Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me. He is I, and I am he and yeah. And big salute to my brother Ready with that pole position. Big salute to your brother Ready. Big salute to my brother the Bakari out there in Canada, man. Out there in Canada. Salute to you, the Bakaria. And big salute to my brother Cooper. Cooper with that third place, that podium finish, man. I love that 1, 2, 3, that podium, just like I want my dogs. I want my dogs to be freaks and podium dogs, man. First, second, third podium type dogs, man. Top tier. When you first, second, or third, you're top tier, man. 1, 2, 3. So salute to all my brethren. Who else we got? We got Verde Bulls in the building. Salute to you, Verde. And salute to all the ones who will be tricking it. Oh shit, we got my brother Lucky Mills in the building, man. Big salute to you, Lucky Mills. And salute to all the ones who will be trickling in into the classroom. Salute to all the ones who will be watching on the replay, man. I appreciate all of you. And salute to the ones that are in the middle and in the back row. You know, the ones that's in the back row. You know, they're watching, even though they hate, but they really love. You know what I mean? Salute to you guys, even in the back, you know, with your love-hate relationship with the coach. So big salute to every single one of you. Inquisitive Dejin, my brother, Inquisitive Dejin. Big salute to you, Inquisitive Dejin. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, without further ado, man, before I get into my week, right? Man, get your herbal sensations ready to go, man. Get your paper planes, your backwoods, your bongs, your gars, your edibles, get your beverages with that herbal sensation infusion, your gummies, whatever you might infuse herbal sensations with. Get that bitch ready to go. Make sure you have a nice lighter on deck if you gotta light that shit and smoke it. Get that bitch ready to go, man. And if you like the taste of hops, right? You like the light beers, you like the dark beers, you like the whatever type of beers you like, man. Get that bitch ready to go. Make sure that bitch is cold. If you like to sip it out of the mug, make sure that mug is nice and frosty out the freezer, man. Get that bitch ready to go. And if you like your liquor, man, you like your hard liquor, man, your light skin liquor, your dark skin liquor, if you like to take it in a shot or you like to sip it up, or if you like the coach, man, you like to mix it up into some type of concoction, get that bitch ready to go. Cause you know the coach stay ready. The coach always is ready, right? And you know what the coach got? I got my vodka lemonade. That's right, fellas and ladies. Big salute to y'all and cheers to another classroom, because there's no other classroom like it on the planet for us high performance working dog man and women engineers. That's right. Cheers. Pioneer Dog Man. That's us. Cheers. Let me get another sip. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Caveman, caveman, salute, caveman. Oh yes, big salute to all of you guys and gals on another Thursday night in the classroom, man. Elite level classroom that we've established, and I'm very proud of us for, you know, being okay with being the few, right? It's like the Marines, right? The few, the proud, the Marines, right? That few is always good now. You know what I mean? As you climb higher up in the ranks of life, it's not going to be a crowd of people that will be in that arena as you climb higher up on the pyramid, right? So I would consider us the tip of the spear when it comes to high performance working dogs. whether you might be into training them, whether you might be into creating them, maybe you might be an enthusiast, whatever you might be, this is the highest level that you can be at when it comes to anything dogs, because it takes a complete package when you're talking about high performance, right? Frames, brains, and motors. That's the complete package. It's not just off the dog's looks, off the dog's color, the dog's size. It has to be a complete package. And that's what we represent over here as high performance working dog men and dog women engineers. So we are the top of the spear when it comes to what we do and dogs. So, we got to think outside the box to create the circle. You're not a regular dog man thinker. If you're thinking outside the box, you got to be an elite thinker to think outside the box, right? And that's what we do. Okay. Salute to all the classrooms that we've had. I think this is 122, class 122. We did a superior class, master class on the Doberman. That was great. It was a great class. And, I hope some Doberman enthusiasts or even breeders got a chance to peep that out. I really doubt if anybody will be willing to take on that project of fixing it. It's going to take a lot of work, but at least we reverse engineer the Doberman. We understand why things are the way they are now with that particular breed, and we understand that it can be fixed, but you got to go back. You got to go back to the blueprint. You got to go back to Mr. Doberman's whole reason why he made the dog and why the dog is named after him. You know what I mean? If today Mr. Doberman was alive and he's seen your dogs and he wouldn't approve of them, and you guys respect the Doberman so much, wouldn't you want to make him happy? Since he's the one that originated your breed. However, we know that's not the case, especially here in America. So, salute to that classroom. If you guys missed it, go back, check it out. Great classroom. If you haven't had a chance to just binge listen, and to all the classrooms that we've had over the years, we definitely have evolved in our curriculum. We just got more advanced, you know what I mean? Versus when it was band dog talk with the dog got, now it's just lab talk, which is everything when it comes to building and and engineering dogs. It's everything, so God is good for the evolution. And we're just going to keep evolving and getting better and better and better and better and making these dogs better and better and better and better. That's what my whole goal is in my program. And that's what our goal as a classroom should be. It's just get better as dogmen, get better as engineers, just keep pushing the limits, and just get better and better and better and better and better at our craft. So big salute to all of you that's in this classroom, man. Elite class, man. Only the strongest level of thinkers can be in this classroom. Other than that, your attention span gonna get lost. You want to get entertained. You're gonna get restless, and then I gotta kick you out the class. I don't want to have to kick your ass out the class. Like, bro, you too restless, man. You causing a disruption in the class. You gotta get the fuck out. I mean, it is what it is. But let me get to my week. As I always do, I like to debrief before I get started in the classroom, kind of let you guys know what's going on with the coach. Dogs are good, so salute to the dogs. But I've been thinking. I'm always thinking. It's a thinking. This game of life is about. It really favors the thinkers. It really does, because life is like chess. Just you have to be very strategic, and the only way you can be strategic is if you're a thinking man or woman. And a lot of people don't use their brains, right? They just watch TV. They listen to stuff, and then they just feed their brains, but they don't use their brains. But I'm part of the few of the world's brainiacs that use their brains, okay? And I do. So I was thinking about where I'm like where I'm going. I already know where I'm going when it comes to Formula One canines, but it's like, when I decided to pivot and I said to myself that I wasn't going to cater to the consumer anymore. I got consumer fatigue when I was making my different dogs over the years, and I opened them to the public, because I can't keep everything. Certain litters I kept the whole litter. Certain ones I kept what I needed to keep, and then I sold the rest. Right. But through that process, I developed consumer fatigue. What that means to me is, like, I don't breed for colors. I don't breed for popularity. I don't breed for none of that. None of the stuff that would appease a consumer. I don't breed for size. None of the things that attract consumers, right? I don't breed for. And remember, I've always told you that I'm an artist. Okay, I'm not a breeder. So everything that I've envisioned since I was 8, now I'm 47 on the planet, 47 years on the planet, was a creative vision. It wasn't I'm gonna make a whole bunch of money vision. Oh, I'm gonna ride the next wave vision. It wasn't none of that. Okay. Now, when I got the Frenchie though, for my wife, because she wanted a Frenchie, and I got a dope ass, my Frenchie program. If I decided to carry on, I mean, shit, I got the recipe. Like, I got right now, I have fluffies right now with all the different color shit, all the little variations, all the shit. I got them right now. I'm not breeding them. I'm done. I just retired them. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. Like, I just scrapped it because, like I said, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. I did that because my wife wanted them, and I made sure, okay, well, shit, if we gonna have them, let's make some money off them if we got them. And God is good. I was able to capitalize off my Frenchies when I had them. I was able to make good money off my Frenchies because I was part of that first wave. See what I'm saying? When you were part of that first wave before everybody hop on it, then you can maximize that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was part of that first wave of next level Frenchies. You know what I mean? And so I was able to, make my money off that shit. I made a lot of money off that shit, but then I'm done though. I'm done with the Frenchies, me personally. But like I said, I still got the fluffy. I'm gonna go take my boy Gigolo. I'm just gonna put his semen in there. I'm gonna put his semen in the bank just because. That's it. Probably will never use it, but at least I'll have it in the bank. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have it in the bank, but I'm not gonna breed them. I'm not. I got a female fluffy. I'm not gonna do it because I'm just not into it. It's not. They're just gonna be pets now. So that whole program is a wash because, like I said, I gotta have purpose. I don't want to follow the trends. Every time the trends change and shit, that's not my artistry don't change with the trends. Okay. So I scrapped my French Bulldog program. Okay. Period. Scrapped it. Okay. Now I was thinking this week, because I pivoted with my program, and like I said, I've had consumer fatigue where it's like all these people want to buy my dogs, but they can't afford it. Now, I've said this before to you. I shared this information before, and I want to preface this right now. Okay. You all that are my brothers here, okay, that are men, when I'm debriefing and I'm talking to you guys, allow me to be me. Do not be sensitive when the coach talks to you on some real man shit. Okay. When I talk about people who can't afford things, because I had this happen, which surprised me. But again, I don't know all of you guys personally. Some of you guys I know on a personal level, and I'm grateful for our relationship. All of you guys who I know on that level. Okay, Ready, the Council, Caveman, etc. I'm getting to know you, Verde. Salute to you, Verde. But anyway, but when I express things to you guys as the coach, as a man, I don't want you to take what I say like I'm talking to you. Okay, because if I'm talking to you directly as a coach and as a man, I'm going to tell you by name I'm talking to you. All right. So when I talk about certain people consumers who can't afford what I'm offering, I'm not talking about you all who are my brothers. Because a lot of you guys who are my brothers, when I pivoted, I offered you guys a nice little deal, maybe bless y'all with a couple things. Come on, man. So y'all know how to coach operate, man. But I digress. I have to put that disclaimer out there because I don't want us to be into this sensitive mentality that men are. They're very sensitive today, man. And I hate that I have to keep bringing this type of energy up with y'all, but I have to do this because I got to make sure, as Coach Tony Dungy would, that I'm relatable to you guys. Okay? So I'm relating and letting you guys know that when Coach talks about what he's going through and what he's experiencing is not directly towards you, because you are not my complete experience. Okay? You are not every consumer that I've ever had hit me up about a dog. Okay? So please do not take what I say personal. We grown-ass men in here, and I expect you grown-ass men to act like it. Okay? Don't be bitch in your feelings. Okay? Leave that to the women. Let them be sensitive and all that. Oh my God, is he talking about me? Oh my God. Let the girls be that way, because you can have a little bit of empathy with the girl, because hey, you're a woman. I gotta deal with you accordingly. But men, I shouldn't have to I shouldn't have to talk like this. But being that we in a different age, we need a different day and time, I have to express this like that. I got to be Coach Tony Dungy right now. So anyway, I have consumer fatigue. And what I was offering, even at a discounted price tag, people couldn't afford it, which was, to me, it was like baffling, right? Because I made sure I priced it accordingly, and they still can't afford it. But I get hundreds, y'all heard me tell y'all, hundreds of fucking inquiries for my dogs. Hundreds, plural, every time. Then when I don't have the dogs, it's crazy. Right? When I think about it, it frustrates me right now, right? It frustrates me right now in my mind. It's the reason why I was thinking this week, right? I'm debriefing. Let Coach debrief now. So I was thinking this week, and I was reflecting on my consumer fatigue and why I pivoted, why God put my whole vision into a whole different perspective with my talents and my gifts, why I was working on a fucking pit bull program since 2005, why I decided to scrap it. Scrap it. That's one. But that one right there is my heart and soul, was my pit bull program. And I have another one that I know. I have another piece of the puzzle that I know that's going to be what it is, right? The double XL AK-47 chopper pit bulls, man. And when I'm able to produce AKs, man, the actual AKs, right? The AK size, the inbred AKs, the double XLs, not the XL pit bull Dracos that I produce with AK and my standard pit bull shit, but the AK to his fucking daughters. I scrapped that shit. Because I knew at the end of the day, it's like, man, why? I don't want no consumers hitting. I don't need to deal with these consumers, man. They're not going to afford. I need 6 bands. I need 6 Thou Wow for them AKs. I paid 12 for AK. I need 6. I need half. They're not going to pay 6 for no goddamn pit bull. This is what I had to tell myself, y'all. When I was getting consumer fatigue. See, this is all the stuff I'm debriefing. This is the stuff I'm thinking about. So I've been enticing the world with my hybrid AK Kangals, AK Malinois. Shout out to Stevie, man. My brother Stevie, he came on here, man. He came on here last week. Shout out to Stevie, man. He always told me, like, Coach, man, you do that AK with the Malinois, that's project. He called it the X-Files. Shout out to Stevie, man. That's a real dog, man. Stevie's a real dog, man. He a real man. Real dog, man. Real man. Real top tier ass nigga. Top tier in everything he do. He know what it is. He really understand dogs, real dude dogs, really had dogs, all the shit. All the shits is Stevie. He ain't no capper. He is that. That's a guy I respect. He told me off the top when I mentioned that, he's like, Coach, that shit is X-Files. Not anybody and everybody. They can't be you can't just sell that dog to anybody. Stevie told me that shit. Coach, you can't sell that to everybody, Coach. That's X-Files, Coach. AK in the Malawal, that's X-Files. Now, this is coming from another dog, man. He don't know my notes. Stevie don't know my notes, but Stevie know dogs. He know dogs. He been watching peeping game. He see AK. Okay, shit, Coach got the Malawal. He know what a Malawal is. Damn, Coach gonna breed the Malawal with the AK. You gonna breed that with AK, Coach? Oh, no, Coach, no, Coach. That's what he told me. Nah, Coach, you can't sell that to anybody. You can't. You got to have them sign a fucking agreement, a release a liability agreement if you sell those. So, God don't make no mistakes, Stevie. So, thank you for showing up, Stevie, because we missed you. I missed you. So, thank you, Steve. But anyway, so I'm thinking this week, and as I assess my dogs, as I deal with them every day, take care of them and stuff like that. It's wintertime, so ain't no training going on. It's very, it's very leisure on the yard. It's very leisure because it's wintertime. We're not in the spring training, summer training, and all that shit right now. It's very leisure on the yard. So as I'm just doing my regular go round, and I'm watching my Malawal, my first ever owned Malawal I've ever owned, Coco, and I see how intelligent she is, but then I also see everything else that a Malawal is too in her. And luckily, I have a connection with all my dogs where, I figured out how to put her, where to put her, where she's in her, almost like solitary confinement. Okay. She's in a 10 by 10 near my pool where no other dogs are around. The Frenchies got their own little suite. I got the Frenchie suite. They suites over there. They're like they suites away from her, but they're there, but they're away from her. She can't see them. So she's in her own space. Now that she's in her own space, she has calmed down, because when I had her in with the pack, she was doing a lot of stuff that was really pissing me off, because she felt like she was one of them, because they smart. They smart. She's smart. It took her a while to adjust to the energy, because Mal ain't no fucking pit bull. A Mal is not no fucking band dog, right? A Mal is a Mal. But soon as she watched it and just learned the yard and saw how people were getting my attention, and she started peeping game, it took her a month. Man, that bitch thought she was one of them, and she was doing shit like them, being destructive, breaking shit, going ham, jumping up and down. She was doing all that. She was mimicking her environment. Like, oh, this bitch is something else. Oh, this bitch is something else. Making the most loudest fucking high-pitched Mariah Carey type of squeaky bark I ever heard in my life. Like, bitch, like getting on my nerves. But she was only competing because she was like, if they acting like this, then getting his attention, he's the master, he's daddy, then I want his attention. Matter of fact, I'm going to show them that I'm going to get his attention because I'm smarter than them. And that's what she was doing. So anyway, I'm assessing everything, all the dogs, and me knowing my formula, right? Me knowing my mission now, no consumers. I don't want to deal with no consumers. I know it's hard. I know a lot of my people that have been wanting dogs from me is like, I you know what? My level of artistry, my knowledge when it comes to these fucking dogs is on another level. Like, I only want people who get my dogs to use them. My dogs are not pets. Not the ones that I'm creating right now. They're not pets. They can be a pet, but it's like, for me, one of the main reasons to scrap my pit bull program is because, I got dogs like Shaka who really want all the action, and he can't get it. He can't get the action that he want. He really want to go and sink his teeth into some prey. That's what he want. But I can't give him what I put inside him. I can't. I'm not a hog hunter. And even still, with a dog like Shaka, he wouldn't be a good hog dog because he's going to want to try to kill the hog, and he probably won't be able to kill the hog. See what I'm saying? There's certain dogs that got that in them. I know that I put that in him. So for me, it's like, why am I breeding them dogs? For what? I'm doing them an injustice. So this week, I said to myself, I got these hybrids that I got on the menu that a lot of people are enticed about. They're excited about, especially the Kangal AK, because not many people have a Kangal. Not anybody, but the coach has an AK. So I take AK to a Kangal, which nobody has at all. It's very, it's enticing to the consumer. But as I assessed what I was making, which is an estate guardian dog, I see how much, when I let my Kangal out, how much she loves to run. That bitch loves to run. She loves to run, my Kangal. I see how AK is. That's not a dog for everybody, man. You really need to have an estate to have that type of dog. That dog needs to be able to run on your estate. That dog is going to be a predator. So a consumer who says, ooh, that's cool, I want one, is not qualified. Shout out to Stevie. That's one. Number two is because I've invented this formula, my formula, that I believe in. My F1s are valuable to me. I need to hold all of them just like I did my band dogs. I got to make sure those F1s go to the team only. Formula One K9's team is the only ones holding the recipe. I can't sell those to any consumer. Not my AK Kangals, not my Black Hawk Kangals, whatever I do. None of the F1s go to nobody but the team. That was hard for me to just get that revelation this week because I got a lot of people who ready to drop deposits. A lot of them been waiting for this 2026. A lot of them. And I was going to do what I said I was going to do. 2026, cook these F1s up. But this week I got a revelation. It's a hard one, but it was a real one. And God spoke to me. Actually, last night he spoke to me. He said, nobody gets those F1s but the team. Do you got a team yet, coach? I said, no. Okay. Well, then you can't do it because your formula is valuable and the team has to have it so that we can test every single dog that we produce off those F1s need to be tested. Then not only do we test them, we fucking match them and we breed them to produce the F2s. But nobody gets the F1s but the team. That's what God told me. Put it in my spirit. So for me to be like, well, I can't put the cart before the horse right now. I got the dogs, but I don't have the team. And just this year alone, I just expressed to you all that I need to create this team. Okay? Of serious dog men or dog women who really want to really take their craft serious. They want to take the dogs and they want to work them. They want to train them. They want to put money into their fucking craft, train them, showcase them so that we can assess what we got and then we breed them. We breed those together, the team. Then we let the experienced public who actually do what those dogs are bred for buy them. No consumer is buying them. Unless you actually are, competing in any type of way, you maybe you into the police force, whatever you might be. Those are the only ones that's buying these type dogs. Estate guardian, you got to have some acreages. You got to have some reason for the dog. You know, just you ain't having no regular house with a small backyard and getting a fucking AK Kangol. I just no way I'm selling you that. I don't care how much you offer me. That doesn't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to me. When a Kangol roams the terrain with sheep and the shepherd, they travel miles and miles with the shepherd, and they roam and roam and roam. But you got a small backyard with a Kangol. Not only that, you got an AK Kangol. That's a predator. Nah, that was something this week, y'all. That was, oh man, it was hard. It was like, it was bitter. It was bitter because I mean, I got people ready, y'all. I got people who've been waiting. They've been waiting for this. But my spirit has been in limbo because it's like my formula is too valuable. And I need to be in control of that fucking formula. Because the vision is bigger than myself. It's bigger than the actual dogs. If I want to reach the highest level for me, being able to produce a high level dog for the ultimate fucking servitude of a position, which is our military, then I got to do things accordingly for that to work itself out. I need to have my F1s because really, for me, my F1s is what separates me from everybody else. My hybrids separate me from everybody else who has a breed. Because my hybrid formula is always going to produce me better dogs. I will never hit a genetic bottleneck ever with that hybrid formula. My formula, F1 to the F2 to the F3, and that's it. I will never be genetically bottlenecked ever. As things progress and they need dogs to do more, then I can breed for that more, which will allow me to evolve just like the military evolves. So I need to be in control of that. I can't just let anybody get my genetics and think that they me, because you know that's what's going to happen, right? Y'all know that's what's going to happen, right? When coach set the wave, motherfuckers going to try to take my dogs and fucking try to be me and do better than me with my shit. That's what they're going to do. However, but if I control it, you can't. You could trace me, use different dogs, but you ain't got my formula. You ain't got the dogs I'm using. Yeah, you got my fucking formula because I spoke about it, but do you have the dogs that I'm using? No. Well, then what? Then what? So, long story short, with this week, man, it was tough. It was tough for me to accept the fact that, like, I'm not ready to release my F1s. I'm not. I still have work to do to build the team. It is what it is. And like I said, my girls are young. AK is 6 this year in March. Still a nice, you know what I mean? He's still cool. He still can breed. He's not old. His sons are young still. I think they're about 2.5, 2.5. They're still young. My Kangol, she's still young. She's like the same age as Coco, 3. I got time. And remember, I told y'all, I don't want to be premature. I've been always ahead when it comes to this dog shit. I've always been ahead. And right now, I'm really ahead with these fucking hybrids I got. Because I know when I fucking ignite those genetics of AK with the Kangol, AK with the Malinois, I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get some fucking freaks and podium dogs. I know I will. And then I want to control all of them. Just like when I did that motherfucking Red Bull, Buff Dogs Red Bull, with my fucking Hall of Fame, Game Blue Pit Bull, Holy Spirit. Each and every one of them fucking dogs out of that litter was top tier. AR-15, Holy Spirit, Prima Donna, Nina 9. All of them was. And I controlled them all. That was mine. Give me that, Chris Brown. That's mine. 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 So, same thing with my hybrid. So that was hard, y'all. That was hard for me to get that revelation last night, man. Last night. Because like I said, this year was going to be the year I was going to do it. You know, but God told me I was putting the cart before the horse. You know, he said, you know what? Is your team formed yet? No. Okay. You got the people in place that's going to buy them and then actually going to showcase them. They're going to actually take the dogs that they buy from you when they spend that money, and they're going to actually train them, go compete with them. Are they going to do that? No. Those people who want those AK Kangals, they got like land and shit. Some of them do. Okay. Well, then are they going to like really utilize your dog, that AK Kangal, for its purpose? Probably not. Okay. Well, shit, you got work to do, son. You know what I mean? You're premature. Yeah, I know you want to. Yeah, I know you got the DNA, but it's not time. So, man, that was hard this week, y'all. 1,000. Wow. I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. That was hard for me to just accept that revelation because I was ready. Y'all know I ain't did no breedings in a long time. I was ready. I was ready like Tevin. But you know what? Shout out to the Most High. You know, shout out for me just walking in my truth and being able to look and observe, study the game of dogs, and see what's around me and understand that, like, coach, they're not ready for you yet, man. And not only that, you ain't in control all the way yet. You're not in a position to be in full control yet, coach. So since you're not in full control, don't prematurely give out the DNA, man. You got it. Take care of what I gave you. Be a good steward of what I gave you. That's what God told me. Be a good steward of what I gave you. Okay? Do you have AK, son? Yep. You got his sons. Yep. You got all the other DNA you got? Yep. You got the Malinois. Yep. You got the Kangal? Yep. What's the rush? What's the rush, son? What's the rush, son? Because you just want it that bad? You want to see it that bad? You want to see if what you envision is true that bad, son, huh? But how many other things have you did that's true already? Well, I did a lot of things, Lord, that's true. Okay, but then, like this is how I talk to God. This is how I talk to the Most High. Okay? Because God showed me the mirror. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't like what he be showing me. Keep it 1,000. Most of the time when he showed me myself, I don't be liking it. Like, damn, Lord, why you got to show me that? No, Lord. Oh. He be like, son, look at it. He be like, look at it. Lord, no. No, shit. But I mean, it's truth. It's truth. It's just truth. It's just truth. So as I digress, I still got work to do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? 2026, man, I know Coop was like, coach, we're going to do the Kango. Everybody, they be, I'm like, God told me I ain't ready. And because I said, I can't give out the recipe for you. I can't. I got to control it. I got to make sure it goes into the right hands. Stevie told me this shit a while ago, probably about a year ago. He told me, hey, coach, not everybody can have that shit, coach. Coach, no, that ain't for everybody, coach. Nah, coach, nah, nope. No, you need to release the liability you got to have for those type of dogs. That's what Stevie told me, and he ain't telling no lies. I'm looking at him. Like I said, y'all ain't never seen AK in real life. Some of y'all have. Y'all ain't never seen that motherfucking dog in real life. I see that dog every day, and I'm reminded that that's a freak. That's not a regular dog. That dog is like a god of dogs. Period. And I'm not putting on 20 on 100, 20, whatever, 10 on 2, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm not doing none of this sort. Trust me, I'm not even doing that, man. That's real life. That's not a dog that belongs with anybody. And then because I know how to get maximum hybrid vigor, I'm going to get freaks and podium dogs. I am. I got his sons. I look at his sons every day. They're not his size, but they're on a level. Them dogs are on a level. Black Hawk and Chopper the Man Stopper is on a level. They're on a fucking level. So anyway, I digress. Let me get another drink, brethren. Let me get another drink. Only the council. Big salute to you, my brother. Who else is in the building, man? Who else is in the building before I cook up tonight? Okay. Salute to everybody in the building, man. So that was my week, man. So I got to hold off, man. I got a lot of people that are going to be disappointed, but hey, man, trust me, man. I got to trust God on this one, and he was right. He was right. You know what I mean? My shit too, man. My shit. I got that sauce, man. Hey, Cooper, guess what, Coop? I'm about to show you the store. The store is finished, Coop. The store is finished, and I'm about to show you guys the store again. I'm gonna put the site on the ticker, and then Coop, I'm a DM your mom, Coop, and give her the link to the store. So yes, the store is finished. I did deliver what I promised, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys the store. Okay, I put in a ticker where the store is at. Okay, www.formula1k9sgear.printful.me. Okay, that's the store. It is right on the ticker. Okay, it is www.formula1k9sgear.printful.me. All right, you go to that site, and then you can go to the store and you can shop. Okay, you can support the movement, support the coach. I really did my thing, and I'm going to show you what I did, the complete store. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Make it big. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Okay. So the store is up. All right. Now make sure you guys write that down. Write that down. It's right in the ticker. The store information. Okay. Now remember, this is a premium product. Premium product. This ain't no cheap shit. This is premium. Okay. The designs make a lot of sense. It's not cat in a hat type design. Okay, premium material, premium designs. All right, so we're going to go and just scroll through briefly. Okay, we got the Got DNA We Do. We got the Got DNA We Do. And I got different types of sweatshirts, depending on how you want your sweatshirts to fit. We have different types. It's not just one type. So, some of y'all want the heavier size, the oversized, the fitted size. I got all the sizes, and it's premium. All right. It's premium. Okay, it's premium. All right. We got the lady rocking it. Okay, we got the brother rocking it. So we got the shirts here, okay? Got DNA We Do, man. Got DNA We Do. So that's on the front of the sweatshirt. Okay? Got the little patch right there. So if your ladies want to rock one, his and hers, you got that. We got that. You know what I'm saying? But I said all different sizes, all different styles. Okay? Then we got the High Performance Working Dog Engineer shirt. Okay, look at that shit, man. Look at that shit. High performance working dog engineer. That's who we are, right? We got the wrench, we got the gear, we got the F. I mean, come on, we got the patch on the sleeve. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got the little patch on the back, little Formula One canine on the back there. Come on, man. Okay, all different styles of sweatshirts. These are the sweatshirts, they got them on the front. All right. Then we got the built for high performance. Okay, look at that shit, man. Built for high performance. All right. All different styles. We got the badge on the sleeve. All the shit, man. Got that motherfucking logo like the Corvette. I told you how I was thinking about that. That's why I did that. Because you know I'm a fucking Corvette fanatic. I'm a fucking Cadillac fanatic. I got a CTS-V with the Corvette motor supercharged, and I had a Corvette Stingray before that. I'm a Corvette fanatic. So, of course, Coach had to do that with the dog head, just like the Corvette. Come on, man. I'm an artist, man. I had to do it. So, man, built for high performance. Shout out to the coach, Shout out to the coach, the visionary, the artist. Okay. Then we got the Unleash the Power shirts. We got the Unleash the Power sweatshirts. Cold. Look at that shit. That shit cold. That shit cold, clean, cold. Look at how coach do it, man. All different styles, okay? All different styles of sweatshirts, depending on how you want your sweatshirt to fit. Okay, I thought about everybody, man. You know what I mean? Not everybody want the same type of sweatshirt fitting, but you know, I had to make sure I did that for y'all. And I did that. Do we got the AK-47 chopper shirt? We got the chopper shirt for AK, the Bone Crusher shirt. We got the Bone Crusher shirt. Yeah, we do. Yeah, Coach got the Bone Crusher shirt. We know we gotta have that. You know we gotta have a Bone Crusher shirt. You know we gotta have that. Look at that, man. Shout out to AK. AK gotta have a shirt. I got a lot of good shit with AK. I just wanted to show y'all one of them. Okay, I didn't do them all, but that shit go hard. That shit go hard. Shout out to AK. That shit go hard. Bone Crusher with the AK. With the AK, I think that's a Draco, but you know what? Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what that is. Look at AK with the blood in his mouth, because that's what he do when he crushes bones up. He get the blood in his mouth. The Bone Crusher with the fire. AK-47 chopper. Come on, man. That shit go hard. Shout out to AK. Shout out to AK. Of course, AK got to have his own shirt, man. Of course he do. What else we got? What else we got, Coach? Okay, we got the regular shirts, man. We got the shirts, man, with the frames, brains, and motors. The frames, brains, and motors. Look at that. Look at how clean that shit is. See, you got your little swole on. You got your swole on, right? You know, you got your little shirt. You want that shit kind of fitted. You want it fitted, man. We got that Formula One canines with the frames, brains, and motors. FBM. Look at the back. Look at the back. We got the damn ARA. We got that Honda, you know what I mean? Like that Corvette type dog head sign on the back. Look at that shit. That shit go hard. That shit go hard, man. That shit go hard. You want your female to rock it? She can rock it too. Look at that. You know what I mean? The ladies can rock it and shit. You know, we got all the different sizes, the classic tee, got all different types of t-shirts. How you want it fitted? The coach thought about all of you, man. So, you know what I mean? You ain't got to get the fitted one, man. Maybe you want it heavy size, overweight size, whatever you want size. I got them all, man. I got the jersey type, all of them, man. We got the high performance working dog engineer t-shirts. We got the built for high performance t-shirts. Okay, we got the t-shirts, man. Then we got the hoodies, with the embroidery, with AR-15, with AR-15 silhouette right there. That's the AR-15 silhouette. Okay, then we got the frames, brains, and motors on the back. Look at that embroidery on the hoodie, man. So you know what I mean? That embroidery, man. That shit ain't washing off. That's embroidered, huh? FBM, frames, brains, and motors. That's right. We got that for you. Yeah, we got the hoodies for you, the zip-up hoodies for you. You know we got that. We got all different types too. You know what I mean? You pick which one you want. We got the black one. Coach got the black one. With the silhouette. AR-15. Then we got the frames, brains, and motors on the back. Come on, man. Come on, coach. Come on, coach. Come on, coach. Shop with me, man. Shop with me, man. Support your boy, man. Support the coach, man. I really, 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 really did that on a high level, man. On a high level, man. Look at this. Look at it. Just the regular sweatshirts with the, you know what I mean? With the dog logo on that thing. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Did the polo. We did the V-neck. With the little dog sign. I told y'all I like the polo shit. We did the V-neck. For those of you like, I like V-necks. No, I like the V-neck shirts. So we got the V-neck T-shirt with the dog embroidery. We got the polos with the dog embroidery. Polos with dog embroidery. We got the damn the coach's shirt with the coach's embroidery right there with the polo and the V-neck, and then we got the coach's hoodie on the back. On the back, we got that. Look on the front of that. Excuse me, that's the zip up. That's the zip up with the Formula One right there, with the coach on the back, technical director of the coach. And like I said, man, that's y'all right there. Y'all can represent the coach. It don't say my name. Yeah, I'm the coach, man, but y'all coaches too, man. Technical director, all the coach, you know, that's you. Yeah, that's me. That's how you say, yeah, I'm the technical director of my shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they call me the coach, man. Yeah. Got that for the hoodie, the zip up. We got that. That's right. What we got, man? We got so much shit for y'all, man. Man, please, man. I mean, so many choices that y'all got to choose from, man. Then we got the regular T-shirt with that technical director on the front, man. Gotta have that on the front, right? You know what I mean? Then we got the badge on the side right there. You know, we gotta have that badge, that Formula One K9's badge on the side of the sleeve. Come on, coach. Come on, coach. Come on, man. I put everything into that for y'all, man. You know what I mean? If y'all gonna spend money with me, you know what I mean? You might as well get more than what you pay for. Shit, man. We got the frames, brains, and motors. Look at that shit. That shit's cold right there. That badge, high performance K9 engineering. Look at that shit. High performance K9 engineering. That's what we represent, right? High performance K9 engineering. That's what we represent, right? I mean, shit, coach. Frames, brains, and motors. Come on, man. Damn it, coach. How do you have to do them like that? Well, I mean, I got to do everything at a high level. You know that shit. You know that shit. You know that shit. You know what I mean? And this ain't cheap shit, y'all. This ain't no cheap shit, man. You know what I mean? I made sure I gave y'all options of premium wear, premium gear. I wanted it to be premium. I didn't want it to be cheap. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be no fucking cat in the hat type of shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. How about the embroidery? Embroidery. That should look hard. That shit's hard, coach. I like that, coach. Me too. We got the Formula One K9s on the sleeve. That should go hard, coach. I like that. Me too. I like that too. Let's see. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, we got the black one. Coach, that shit go hard. That black one go hard, coach. I like that, coach. Yeah, I like that shit too. I like that shit too. Look, we got the Formula One on the Formula One K9 on the sleeve. That shit go hard, coach. Yeah, I know, coach. I know. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that a lot. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got, coach? What else we got? Look, we got that shit. You know what I mean? We got that Formula One on the chest, on the left side of the chest. You know what I mean? You want it real clean. You gotta have that shit on the left side of the chest. We got the dog head emblem on the chest, real clean. Like, you know how we gotta give you options. We gotta give you options, man. We gotta make you want to buy the whole collection. We gotta make you want to buy the whole collection because the shit go hard. The whole collection go hard. Okay, look, the embroidery, we had to do the frames, brains, and motors on the front of the chest embroidery. You know we had to do that. You know we had to put the dog head emblem on the sleeve. Embroidery on the sleeve. You know we had to do that. You know we had to do that, right? Yeah, we had to do that. Yeah, we had to do that. Coach had to do it. That's right. We had to do that shit. What else you got, coach? What else you got, coach? You know, we got different colors on that, you know what I mean? I already showed y'all, we did that, the circular one, embroidered circular, the circular embroidered Formula One. We had to do that with the dog head on the sleeve. We had to do that. You know, we had to do that. What else we got for them, Coach? Coach, what else we got? You know what I mean? Y'all, hey, y'all got the site. Y'all go and scroll down. Do your own scrolling. But, you know, since we're doing a little show and tell before the kick off, you know what I mean? Might as well do it, right? We got the shirts, the AK-47 Chopper shirts. We got the Red Bull shirts. Got the Red Bull shirts with the frames, brains, and motors on the back. With the frames, brains, and motors on the back with the Red Bull shirt tie. That Red Bull shirt go hard too, man. That Red Bull shirt go hard. That shit go hard, man. So I just gave you, I gave you a little example of like how I can do the dog shirts. I just only did with the Red Bull and I did the AK. I got all kind of dope ass designs that I thought about. Then we got the hoodies with the got DNA we do on the back, the unleash the power on the back of the hoodies. Gotta have a high performance working dog on the back of the hoodies. I got different styles of hoodies too for y'all. Okay, got the different styles of hoodies for you. Got the Red Bull on the back of the hoodies. Red Bull on the front of the shirt. Come on, man. Damn it, Coach. Got the frames, brains, and motors. Freaking sweatshirts, non-embroidered. Okay, got the Formula One K9 on the left side of the chest sweatshirts with the frames, brains, and motors on the back of them. Right? Then we do the frames, brains, and motors on the back with the Formula One K9s on the chest with the Formula One K9 tagger. Come on, man. Come on, Coach. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Coach. I know. The levels to the shit, man. You know what I mean? That's why God had to speak to me yesterday. Yeah, there's levels to this shit, man. There's levels to it, man. You know what I mean? Don't be premature with the highest level. Shit, they ain't ready for that shit. Coach. Okay, so look, I just showed you guys different styles of shirts y'all can buy, sizes, all the shit's there for you. Okay? Got plenty to choose from. All right? Support your boy. Support your boy, man. Okay, Coach ain't never asked for no motherfucking money, no donations, none of that shit, man. But I made y'all some merch, though. Y'all can go patronize my store and get some dope ass merch. I would greatly appreciate that. Sure would. Then the hats, we gotta have you some caps. Did all the different styles for you with the caps, man. All embroidered. That embroidery. We give, not the sticker we gave you the embroidery Gave you different styles to choose from. You want the dog logo cap? Do you want that? Okay, got that. That shit hard. Ooh, that shit hard. Ooh, with the Formula One K9 on the side, that shit go hard, Coach. That shit go hard, Coach. I know. Like I said, we got the dad hat. Those of you guys like them dad type hats. You know what I mean? You like your shit curved up to the front and shit like that. You know what I mean? Got those for you. You know what I mean? Got the coach's hat. Got the coach's hat. Look at that. Look at that on the back of that hat. Dog head on the back. The Formula One K9s on the side. That shit go hard. The coach's hat go hard. That shit go hard, Coach. That shit go hard. All different styles, too, for you, man. All different styles. Pick your poison, man. How y'all want it? You know what I'm saying? How do you want it? How does it feel? Look at that one right there. Frames, brains, and motors. Embroidery. Frames, brains, and motors hat. Damn, Coach, you got a hat for the frames, brains, and motors too? Yep. Gotta have that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have that for the engineers. Got the dog head. Gotta have the dog head, Coach. Of course we do. Dog head. With the Formula One K9s on the side, Damn it, Coach. Damn, Coach. You give them so many options, Coach. I mean, that's what I do. Shit, that's what I do. I'm so creative. I got options. I want to make sure I appease everybody at the end of the day. Okay, we got the mid-size logo embroidery on the front Formula One K9s. It's the mid-size. It's not the full size. It's the middle size. Okay, we got those hats, all different styles for you. Whatever style you want, we got it. Okay, for the mid-size hat. And then we got the full-size hat with the full front of the hat. Formula One canines. Does y'all want that full frontal? We got that. Okay, we got that. All right. So just wanted to show you guys this as I get out of here. All right. As I put myself back on the screen. All right. So yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully you guys, liked what y'all saw on the screen, on the ticker. I'm going to leave that down there. Okay. You guys know the store, Coop. I'm going to holler at your mother and give her the information. And I know she's going to be impressed, Coop. So, yep, you got options, Coop. You know what I mean? So big salute to you, Coop. Big salute to all of you, chat. All my brothers. I really would like for you guys to support me. That would be nice, That'd be nice. And I think you will be very happy with your merch because it's quality. It's quality shit. And I thought about everybody. So with that being said, it shouldn't be nothing in there that you don't see that you don't like. There'll be something there that you like. Like, oh, I want that. Or, I'm sure it's going to be multiple things, but there's going to be something there that you're like, okay, I can rock that. You know what I'm saying? And, your support will be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. That's right. So without further ado, I'm going to share the link. And those who are qualified, please come on down. For those of you who are qualified, please come on up. That's right. So yeah, I just dropped the link. I just dropped the link. Come on up. Whoever's qualified. Ooh, this vodka lemonade is good. The link is in the chat. Ready?
Salute, coach.
Salute, man.
All that, the merch looks dope, man.
Thank
I'm
you.
on that after this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go on this.
Yeah, to scroll down there,
The
the store's there for you. Right, just scroll down, man, and see what you like. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm sure there's something in there that I think that you would, I'm sure it'll fit your style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. And then, like you mentioned the last week, it's like you said, the bottoms and stuff like that. That I have options to make the bottoms. I just haven't had the time to do it, but I will make the bottoms because you were right.
Doubt.
There definitely some bottoms. There's all kind of shit I can do.
Right.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to get in there and do that as well. And I'm also going to make my commercial for that too. The store too, so I'm gonna be working on that, so I can post that on the Instagram and stuff.
Oh, that's big. That's big.
Yeah. So I have to do that next, but I wanted to at least finish the store, and so I actually did that. So now it's up and ready to go, and people can go ahead and pick their merch out. You know what I mean? So
that's what it's about, man.
Come on, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. So glad I was able to finish it. Caveman.
Hey. What's up, Caveman?
Caveman, do you got a new like Instagram name?
I have a second Instagram account. Yep, Hired Guns K9.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was like. I didn't know if that was you or not.
Verde.
What's good, Ready? What's good, Coach?
What's good, Verde?
Man?
Yep, the store is open now, Verde. So whenever you ready, man, you know what I mean.
Sir, I got my screenshots already. I'm on my other phone looking at the website right now. As you were scrolling, I was scrolling on the other phone watching the stream.
Okay, cool. So now you know where it is. Whenever you ready, Verde, ain't no rush. Just whenever you ready, you know where to get your stuff now. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get that white cap the frames, brains, and motors. That white cap, that's nice. And then I'm looking at this. Besides the, I mean, it's either gonna be between this the white and the white one with their. I can't say the word. That's why I'm stuttering.
Embroidery.
Embroidery, yeah. So it's the white hoodie with the embroidery, or it's gonna be the frame, brains, and motors. I might just match it up, frame, brains, and motors with frame, brains, and motors.
Yeah. No, you got so much to choose from, man. You're gonna be in there like, damn, I don't know which one I want.
That's really what it is. It's like I'm trying to, you feel me? That's what it is. It's a
You
lot
gotta
because it all
piece it
match. It
up.
all goes together. Facts. That's
Yep.
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to piece it up.
Yeah, and that was my whole reason why I did it that way, because I wanted to where you guys can piece it up. You know what I mean? That's like, for me, I got to get everything, but like I said, for y'all, like I said, you know what I mean, interchange it, piece it up this way, piece it up that way. It's like I made it to where it's going to be a collection like that, to where it's going to be like you said. I mean, you could piece this together, mix match that with this, you know what I mean, and do it like that. So, that's how I was thinking about it. And then let's say if it does take off, then I can do all kind of different colors, and you know what I'm saying? I can start playing with the colors and stuff like that, and do, you know what I mean? So I can have it where, niggas got this, nigga can do the white with the blue dog head. I can do all kind of different color combinations for y'all.
Yeah, that'll be supreme right there.
Yeah, just freak it. You know what I mean? Real nice, like. So I'm just glad I was able to finish it, man. It was definitely something that took me a while, but the vision was able to come out, and I was very satisfied with the end result, especially with these first samples and stuff like that. I was very satisfied with it. So, yeah, I'm excited for y'all for sure, because I know there's going to be conversation pieces, because the shit I just made, my little shit I just made, my shit I just wore just recently. That was enough conversation piece alone. So I know these are going to really have people talking.
Yep. And there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah. And I made sure that it was professional too.
Yeah, it ain't like no bullshit.
Nah.
Thanks. And you got different types of quality, but it's all high quality too. That's what I'm peeping right now on the website. As also what you were showing on YouTube too, but it's definitely great quality that you're gonna be getting. Like I used to work at the Hoover Dam. I can say this right now: the same type of quality that these government federal buildings are using is damn near, if not the same quality, or if not better quality, is the same quality that Coach will be using. And so it's great quality that you will be getting. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. I made sure of that. I made sure that y'all was going to get quality. And another thing too, for some reason, like when you look at the little samples, like you guys got to go and click on all the different sizes to see all the different like people, like they got certain models with the shirt on, they got certain shirts with they all the certain different type of pictures of the shirts and stuff like that. You got to click on each size. That's something I found out too when I was going through the site. It's like, okay, they just don't, when you click on it and it might just only have 2 pictures. When you click on it, you have to click on each one of the sizes to see all the different pictures of the shirt or the
okay.
Yeah. So that's what you do. You go to, when you click on the actual item, you click on each size and it will show you the different, versions of that shirt, from the back to the side to the front or whatever, the hat. So it does that. So I figured that out just going through the site.
Oh, okay. But
yeah.
So we get a full 360 view just off the website. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because like I was just clicking on the site for you guys, and then it would just, let's say the initial one might show the girl with the shirt on, and then it might have only 3 little samples of that, right? But I got probably 12 samples of the shirt in different type of angles, different people wearing it, all kind of shit. But if you click on each size, then it shows those different samples, all of them on the size. I don't know why they do that, but that's what it is. So that's how you're able to see the shirts from different angles and all kind of shit like that. But
yeah.
click on each size, and you can do that. Okay. I'm gonna leave this. Normally I leave the ticker for the topic, but I'm just gonna leave this on here. So if you guys are new coming in, I just launched my store with the merch. Okay, I could definitely use some support. I really, made a superior product like I do my dogs. And if you read the ticker, it has the site, which is www.formula1k9sgear.printful.me. That's www.formula1k9sgear.printful.me. Okay, go to that site, patronize my store. Okay, you will be happy with your purchase. Okay, got all styles, all sizes, everything. All right, I digress off of that.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead, Reddy.
Remember when you was talking about the Frenchie? You said you still got a couple of them, because I remember you said that one dude had ran off or some craziness.
Which one? Trying to figure out which one you said.
You
Oh,
said one ran
yeah.
popped or something.
No. Okay. Yes, I know what you're talking about. So my Fluffy did run off. Yes, you got a good memory, Reddy. But my neighbor, one of my neighbors, I don't know how. Oh shit. My wife goes on, she gets onto this damn, neighborhood site or whatever, and she put the APV out for his ass, and he was found and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So then I got him back. So now
right.
So I got him. Yeah, my Fluffy. Yeah.
So he can't get out now.
Now he can't get out. Yeah, he's in the jail.
Right.
He can't get out. He ain't no. And he's been trying to. You ain't getting out of that. Good try, buddy. You ain't getting out of that one. So yeah. So now ain't no escaping now.
Shit, what's his issue?
He just fucking a smart ass dog that, I don't know why he want to leave so bad. He's one of those dogs. None of my dogs ever leave my Frenchies and stuff. They never leave the property. They'll never leave because shit, they love us. But for him, he want to leave and run away. So it's like, oh,
he extra confident and shit.
I don't know what's up.
Because there's some shit out there.
I don't know what's up with his ass. But guess what? He can't get out now.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but he's cool. Like, he's cool when, like, my wife is out and everybody's out. Like, he won't run away. He's never a run away. He's the type that will escape. When nobody's around, he escapes, and then he's digging out, and he's off. He's off in the woods somewhere. That's what he do. But yeah, he's back. So I got him back.
All right, that's good, man.
Yeah. God is good. God is good on that one. But like I said, I'm not gonna do the breeding. I'm done with Frenchies.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But it's good to have him back because that was $15,000.
That's bread. Yeah, that's bread.
Yeah, 15 grand. It would have been like bye. So yeah, good memory though, Reddy. I did say that. But he's back. So tonight we got a great topic. Remember, we were going to talk about this a while back, about the spirit of an animal.
Right.
And I wanted us to really break this down to understand this part of it. This is a part of the genetic equation that you don't control. We don't control. The only thing that we can do is develop the spirit of any animal, any person. And I want us to understand this as engineers. And this is a part of our process when we're assessing our dogs, is that the genetics didn't make that spirit of that animal. God did.
Yeah.
And I want us to understand why this is true and why you don't just say genetics is everything, because it's not everything, especially when you're breeding competition animals. So I want us to discuss this deeply and thoroughly. And I want us to have comprehension of this so that while we're doing these type of breedings, if you're not expecting every dog to just be superstars because the genetics say superstars.
Right.
Just doesn't work that way. So I want us to cook on this tonight. But before I do, I want us to watch a little YouTube video. It's going to be about 30 minutes or so before we cook. And I just wanted you to get a perspective of an individual dog man. Who I would, like I said, I study a lot of dog men who do what I want to do. That's what I always recommend you guys doing. What you want to do in dogs, study those people that are actually doing it. Not only that are they doing it, but they'll give you plus and minuses. They're not going to just give you sugarcoat shit to attract you to their content. They're going to give you the pluses and minuses. And for me, who is a student of the game, I want to know your flaws as well as your flares and your shininess and your victories and I want to know the losses too. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead and do this here real quick. Oh, here. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make this big here. All right, so as we listen to this, okay, I'm gonna stop and then we can elaborate if we want to, but I just want you to just listen to this before we get started into our classroom, because see, when I say things, we respect it because we the super dog man and dog woman computer, right? But there's a lot of people that be in the back that be watching our shit religiously that, you know, I don't know, don't want to give the coach his credentials as the coach, his credit as the coach, you know what I mean? Which I don't give a fuck. However, I like to do this for us because we're not the only ones who know this type shit, because there ain't nothing new under the sun. I've said this to you guys so many times. But there's a lot of idiots in the back that don't get this type shit, right? So we speak it, they downplay it. But then somebody who's been doing it for a long time, you know, hey, they might give them some credit. Maybe not, maybe they will. I don't know. But for us, this is good for us to hear someone who's experienced these type of dogs, who does performance type dogs, who will tell you what we're about to talk about. Okay, so here we go.
Genetics of the dog. Is that the title today, or
Genetics of the dog you train?
Oh, you train. That's the proper title. Yeah. So
Yeah.
take it away, Maestro.
I'm like Paganini.
Paganini of dog training. Cesar Milan could be listening to this one day.
Yeah, I love Cesar Milan,
Yeah.
man. He has a similar life like I had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we
should be.
gotta make a podcast
We will,
about how
yeah.
I came America and all
Yeah.
that one day.
Yeah.
But you know,
important for
I
our
like
listeners to know.
Cesar Milan. People talk crap about Cesar Milan, but
Nope.
he's a good guy.
Yeah. He did a
You
lot
know,
of good for dog
He's
training.
a good guy, and not just good guy about, and also of course good guy with dogs, but genuinely good person. I
Yeah.
think,
Seems that way. Yeah.
All right. Going back to the genetics. Okay, so I keep getting overwhelmed on Facebook and other media about people talking about genetics of the dog they train for protection or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And that we need to understand certain things, right? We cannot. There's genetics, promotion of genetics for a breeder, and then there's and that also the breeders, of course, should promote the highest quality of genetics of the dogs who produces, and needs to understand what that is. Like these days, unfortunately, in sports specifically, in German Shepherds, the promotion of prey drive genetics is paramount, and defense drive is frowning on, like on some kind of insult to the breed, and that's another podcast. What I'm trying to say here is that the breeder needs to understand where the original purpose of the breed is, and then work and to promote those original characteristics of the genetics of the breed, and try to make them as good as possible.
Not to change it. But
So there's different genetics for greyhound, different genetics for Anatolian Shepherd herding dogs, different purpose for. Didn't we make a podcast on this?
Well, we talked about Yuri genetics a little bit.
No,
in the past, but
about different breeds having different
I
original
don't think so.
purpose.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
All right, so
I mean, by now they're listening. Who knows when we're putting it out? We could have.
I think I talked about it in the class, but not on the podcast.
Yeah.
So every breed has different original purpose, and which is backed up by specific genetics, right? And all those genetics are coming from the wolf. I don't care what anybody says. whatever behavior your dog is displaying or having is coming from wolf, right? It's just, that's it. For people will dispute it, I don't care. I always
You're
say,
sticking to your guns on that.
well, you know, I
mean,
would say, well, it's coming from wolf, and they said, no, it's not. Wolf is not like a dog. First of all, dog is and wolf are the same species, only different subspecies. And if the characteristics of the dog is not coming from the wolf, where are they coming from? From a,
Yeah.
you know,
Rat.
a rat or a
Yeah.
squirrel or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Malinois coming from squirrel.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Couldn't help myself.
That was a softball.
Yeah, that was easy.
Here comes the hate mail.
No,
I'm
well, you
kidding,
know
right?
what?
No.
I like Malinois for what they are. You know. It's like,
If you guys know Hans, yeah, you know that he loves dogs. Period. So it's not,
right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that would be different podcast yet. So I so you if you're a breeder, you always want to focus on the original purpose of the breed and promote it, right? You don't want to turn Doberman, like it's happening these days, into a dog with personality that of a lamb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because Doberman, you know how Doberman was created?
You told me about the tax collector.
Right.
Yeah.
It was this guy in Austria. His
Yeah.
name was Doberman. I forgot his first name. And he was collecting taxes by riding on the horse to different villages, right? And collecting taxes. And then the people, like everybody hates tax collectors, so they would ambush him after he left the town and took their money back.
Beat him up.
No, they just took his money back.
Roughed him up a little bit.
Right, rough him up maybe a little bit, but you know, and he got sick and tired of it, so he was trying to get a dog, right? But he was riding on a horse, so the dog had to be able to keep up with him.
Mm-hmm.
So what he did, he says, supposedly he said, I'm gonna create me a dog which is not gonna be afraid of a man or a devil and can run next to my horse, right? And he picked up a greyhound, Rottweiler, and some kind of a terriers, and crossbred them, and basically the result of it is a Doberman breed, wonderful breed. And then came a bunch of I don't know how to say it without being, you know, without not being nice. Came a bunch of people, right? And they decided they are not going to crop the dog's ears and not dock their tails, and that they're going to, and they start breeding them with, as I like to say, with personality of a lamb. Well, that's not what the Doberman, that's not what the genetics are. That's not what the...
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear what he said about the Doberman?
Yep. Exactly what we was talking about.
Isn't that ironic, like my brother the council said? I mean, come on. We just broke this shit down last week in our classroom, and he did this 2 years ago, by the way. This is like I think this is like 2 years ago when he did this.
Yep.
Okay. So he's saying the same thing that we saying, but you know, they're not going to go break it back down. These people who own these type of dogs, now they're not going to go break it back down to the original sauce because they're not going to get them fucking pretty ass Dobermans they got today.
Right.
And that's pretty much what he's talking about right now, about these dogs that were built a certain type of way by the originator, which is Mr. Doberman, and they're nothing of the sort of his original creation. There's some other shit, you know what I mean? But they wonder why these dogs are soft and all these things of that nature. Well, I mean, they wonder why they got health problems. Well, you know, the original sauce, y'all done remixed the original sauce and it's worse. It's not better. You know what I mean? They made it worse.
Yeah, and they created a dog that doesn't know what it wants to be. It's messed up in the brain.
I mean, but they're not breeding it for performance, you know, in that way. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say it's a song and a dance. I'm telling you, and it's a hard thing to balance it when you're trying to create looks with performance. When you try to make that dog look a certain type of way, but perform just the same, that's hard.
Yeah, very.
That's hard. And when you get these dogs to where they show dogs and they prancing around for you, and they got to look a certain type of way, and you start breathing for that prance versus that dance or that fight, I mean, shit, this is what we get. But that was just how, we just talked about that last week. So shout out. That's just 2 years ago that he did his podcast. But I had to stop there. But let me keep on going.
Breeders should focus on.
Yeah.
Don't destroy that. If you want to have a lamb, breed a lamb.
Yeah.
Don't breed a Doberman, which is then behaving like a lamb.
Yeah.
So to conclude that part of this is that the breeder should always understand the original purpose of the breed and breed for it. Don't breed for sport. Don't breed for search and rescue. Don't breed for whatever.
Yeah.
Breed for the original purpose of the dog.
Oh.
German Shepherd is so lucky that he's it's the most versatile breed there is. So if you breed the dog correctly, that dog will be able to do any kind of work. Yeah. Okay, but for that you need a trainer, which knows how to train dog, which brings me to the point where I hear it all the time, and that's why I'm making this podcast. Is people say, "Well, genetics are 100%." I said, "Okay, so if genetics are 100%, we don't need to train dogs, right?" I mean, you have a police dog, so he is going to patrol the streets by himself, and has a billy club swinging around and all that. And when he sees something, he's going to bite them and arrest them and all that, right? I mean, you don't need to train the dog. They know, no. You have to train the dog, all right, no matter what. Now people say, well, his genetics are not good enough. And I say, well, show me what genetics are. Okay, right? So where do you draw the line? I mean, you want to only train the dogs which is absolutely perfect? There's no perfect dog, So you always got to compromise. Now, how far are you going to compromise, right? Yeah. Are you going to compromise, and then how far are you going to compromise also depends on the ability of the trainer to get over the things which he compromise against, right? So you have a client or coming to you and says, I want you to train this dog for, let's say, protection, and the dog may not be great, right? So what do? You got to hurt the guy's feeling and say, our dog is POS, and get a different dog, like take this dog behind the bar and shoot it in the head. Yeah. Is that what you're going to do? No. And it's not even necessary, right? I proved it over and over and over again. You can the dogs have a genetic potential to do specific work. Yeah. And you just don't know. And I trained dogs well over 50 years. And I'm telling you, you just don't. I thought I could tell before I start training the dog how far the dog can go. And you really cannot know. You don't know until you try it. Yeah. Because I've been.
Okay, I'd stop there. So if you don't know this gentleman, please go watch his content. Okay. Real veteran when it comes to German Shepherds and training and stuff like that. Okay. And so in his many, many years, we've heard this from the other gentleman who did Malinois. We did a Malinois masterclass. He said the same thing. You cannot predict based off of what you see in a fucking puppy, which dog is going to be elite and which dog is not. I don't care how good the genetics are. I don't care how fast that puppy starts off. You cannot predict. You hearing this from the horse's mouth. He's telling you it's impossible to predict it. But then you have people who speak and they throw dogs in the trash because they're not showing them something as a child, as a puppy. And we talked about being a coach and why coaches are hired, right? And why trainers are hired. And if you working for a multi-billion-dollar NFL, NBA team, or a multi-billion-dollar horse thoroughbred racing stable, they're only hiring the best trainers and the best coaches that are going to develop the genetics. Does that make sense, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure you guys understand. Pay attention to what he's saying, okay? Let's carry on.
Surprised by so-called weak dogs so many times,
Yeah.
which eventually turn up to be great dogs. So I'm talking out of personal experience,
Yeah.
right?
Or
So
vice versa. Could be the other way too, right? Could be a strong you think it's
no, then you are
does it-
screwing the dog up,
Okay.
right?
So,
I'm talking about
um,
people discarding dogs which are weak,
okay.
so
Yeah.
to speak, but they are not, and they may be only weak in their way they look at the dog.
Mhm.
So you have two ways the dog can be so-called weak. It can be weak because he's just not a brave dog, right?
Uh-huh.
He's just not, But you know what? A lot of people go to Marines and they're not that brave,
Yeah.
and then after training, they're
Yeah.
pretty brave, right?
Yeah. Same concept.
I love that analogy right there. He said a lot of people go to Marines, they go to the military and they be weak. Then they come out of training and they be elite, brave fucking soldiers. Did y'all get that?
Yep.
Okay. Same thing with your dogs.
They train them.
Same thing with your dogs. That's why I tell my people when they get my dogs, y'all heard me say this many times, that first year you build a bond with them, okay? When you're in the military, you come as a recruit, you with your fucking, your brothers in arms, everybody get their head shaved, everybody get broken down, and it's a family. And they learn to build their respect of their leaders. The leaders have to put that in them soldiers, okay? You come from all different genetic backgrounds in the military, all kind of different people. You was bred all kind of ways. Of course, only the elite elevate. They're going to find a position for you, but only the elite elevate. But if you make it into the Marines, you got to be of the elite. But they don't expect you to come in as elite. They don't expect you to come in basic training and be a fucking fucking top tier motherfucking Marine. Same thing with these fucking dogs. Okay? We're just going to tie into our topic, but let him finish. I just want to chime in. Pay attention to what he's saying now. Okay? Because this guy got experience. These are the people that I listen to because I'm frames, brains, and motors. Frames, brains, and motors. So he's talking about the brain and the spirit of the animal and how important it is to have a good trainer. Someone who understands that my job as a trainer is to develop this undeveloped perfect specimen when it comes to genetics. But no dog is perfect, but the genetics on Pedigree say he is. So my job as a trainer is to develop it, not look at it, show me something. Oh, this is going to be the best one. No. Why do I need you for? What the fuck I need you for as a trainer? Okay, this dog has great genetics, but it ain't developed. Develop them. That's what I'm paying you for. Develop is that. I don't want to hear he just doesn't have it. No, it's in the genetics. What are you talking about? He don't have it. It's in the genetics. But watch this. The flip side of that coin is there's dogs that don't have the genetics that are superior motherfucking athletes too. Okay? That's the flip side. That's what he's talking about. Okay? Let's carry on.
Same concept, right? So, and then you have also genetics, like you have a more prey-driven dog than defense-driven dog, more defense-driven dog than prey-driven dog, and if the trainer is used to work with dogs which are genetically mostly prey-driven, then they think the defense-driven dogs are bad and they discard the dog. Instead of training the defense-driven dog with proper method and bring him to where he wants him to be to perform the function which he ought to be trained, right? So you always trying to get the dog as far, as high, or as close as possible to his genetic predisposition of what he can do. Mm-hmm. But really, as I'm saying, and people think that they can, but you cannot really tell where the genetic predisposition or genetic potential of the dog is until you tried your best to get there.
And you can say this because you've trained.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I got dogs from Europe sometimes, and they come and I say, oh God, what did they send me, right? And then I start working with the dogs, and and it was and suddenly these dogs, after 2-3 months of training with them, they were awesome. And when they got here, I was ready to send them back. Right now, so when you train the dog, you have to give the dog chance, right? And that, of course, means that you are training dog the best possible way you can for the dog in front of you to get him to where the client and where you would want him to be, right? And the law enforcement, they have different tasks, and they're up against the manual. So they get manual, and day 1 you do this, day 2 you do that, day 3 you do that, and they don't want you to deviate from the manual. They call it training out of the manual. Right, or away from the manual. So in other words, you do things which make the dog better, but because it's not part of the manual, it may go as far that they will just take the dog out of the train program. Okay, and that's a different issue. But just because it is in manual doesn't mean that the dog cannot be trained. So I'm talking to you as a dog trainer and not somebody who is forced to train by some kind of a manual, right? So you always want to. So you have a genetic potential, right? Which the dog can reach if we do everything right or come close. You will never reach 100% potential because even the most genius dog trainer is gonna screw up somewhere, right? So you always, every time you screw up, you notch down. Little tiny notches down every time you screw up, even so you fix it later and all that. You keep knocking the ability to come to the genetic potential of the dog, to come to the top of it. And there's just no way, nobody is God of dog training so that he won't make any mistake. We always make little mistakes here and there, now and then. And then you have genetics where the relative genetics where you recognize what makes the dog tick. Is it prey drive or is it defense drive? As I already said, if your training is based on prey drive development, doesn't mean the dog who is in defense drive is bad dog. It just means you don't know how to train dog in defense drive. Like the proverbial square peg through round hole or vice versa, right? So you wanna make sure that you recognize what makes the dog tick, and then work on that. So you can test the dog, and the dog doesn't have much prey drive, but you come at him with a stick and he wanna change your life. Well, then build on the stronger drive and piggyback the lesser drive on top of the strong drive. Don't try to fix the lesser drive, right? Or don't discard the dog. Just be.
All right, let me stop there. Okay, so he just gave us some game as a trainer. This is what makes you a good trainer. This is what makes you a good coach, man. Every dog is an individual. And just because one dog showed you one thing and the other dog showed you another, your job is to find a way to bring it out. Find a way to develop that you don't see, that that's in the dog, but you haven't figured out how to motivate that dog to bring it out. This is what makes a good trainer, a good coach, right? Their job is to develop. Okay? Take raw talent and develop. That's their job. And that's what he's speaking on through his experience. And it's only through his experiences, like the brother that gave us that Malinois play, that he can give us the truth. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He's going to tell you about his flaws, how he thought this and thought that, how these theories that people be teaching about these dogs, if they ain't got the genetics, they ain't there, or all the dogs don't show me this, they're a piece of shit. All that stupid shit people just talk about. Versus it's like, if I'm getting paid for my client to do this and I'm saying I'm a great trainer, you're paying me, then I'm going to do it. Now there's levels to performance and we understand that. And that's an individual thing, an individual dog thing. However, he's telling us that, you know what? It's the development. And you as a trainer, you as a dog man need to know how to deal with each dog individually to develop what is in the dog. Even though you don't see it right now, it should be in it.
Correct.
It should be in it. Now, if it's not and you done tried everything to get it out of it, then okay, we can assess it what it is. Okay, we done tried. I done did all these different tests. That's understood. But most people aren't going to do that because most people are fucking lazy. They're lazy as fuck.
And they're going to discard the dog.
Yeah. Oh, man, oh, this dog don't have it. Oh, that dog's a piece of shit. Oh, motherfuckers want shit easy. Okay, like I said, when you at a high level, when you getting paid millions of dollars to coach a team or to train, they're not paying you that for the easy shit. They're not paying you for the easy. They're paying you because they need you to develop. And it might be hard. Matter of fact, it's going to be hard. We need to win this championship. We ain't won no championship in 20 years. It's hard. We're going to pay you top tier dollars because we know that you can take something that's nothing and make it into a champion. That's why we paying you. But most of these dog men today, they don't think like that. They don't think like that. And so they teach, oh, we throw this away. Oh, that dog ain't this dog ain't that. Well, you might throw the diamond in the rough away. Let's carry on.
Because it doesn't fit your training. Try to figure out your training the way so it matches the dog's genetics, right? So we have the absolute, right? How far you can push the dog. And then we have the relative. Usually it boils down between prey and defense. And another thing is, about speaking of training, when you are, how far the dog can surprise you, how far he can go. Some dogs, and a lot of people like those dogs, and I like them too, you can put a tremendous pressure on them from first session, and the dog will just, just stand his ground and kick ass and take names, right? But you know what? Sometimes the weaker dogs, or originally weaker dogs, you don't know what's inside of that dog, right? So you take that weaker dog, and he's by slow increments are increasing his ability to deal with the danger, and he may end up to be just as strong or even stronger than the dog, which kicks ass and takes names from the
right from the start,
from lesson number 1.
And you've seen this over and over.
Oh yeah, I see it all the time. Okay, I see it all the time. I'm not saying this because I'm just making
theories.
No, 100%.
We need to
100%. I've.
All right, you heard him. It's not theory. What he's saying, this is experience.
Facts.
This is what you respect. This is what we respect. No theorists, no commentators. We respect people who have real in the field experience and they're telling us the truth. That's what we respect.
Yep.
All right. All right, man. I already know what time it came in. Y'all know it. Y'all already know chat. You know what I'm saying? But we just, some of those people in the back. People in the back.
I like how he said the weaker ones can come out and be stronger and better.
Man, that's what that brother told us when we did the Malawal masterclass.
Yep.
He told us the same shit.
Yeah.
The ones that he threw in the trash was his top dogs. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I say, man, I love our classroom because there's no excuse over here. When we talking about frames, brains, and motors, and we really building dogs, there's no excuse over here. We know better. We know better in this classroom. Because engineers, we try everything. We don't throw nothing in the trash until we tried everything. Once you tried everything, then you can say, okay, well, damn, maybe that dog wasn't smart enough. After our analysis, we done tried everything. Done tried this, done tried that, done tried this, done tried that, done bred it like this, done bred it like that. It just didn't work out. Okay, we can accept it. But most people aren't willing to do that.
Right.
But we know better here. Let's carry on.
I've trained hundreds, if not thousands, of dogs like that, and I always breaks my heart to see this good dog being discarded just because he's mainly defensive dog, but people start waving rag in front of him, and the dog is not interested in it. You know what? That's actually could be a benefit, right? You have a bad guy who throws your dog tennis ball, and he chases tennis ball, and he comes in, kick your door in, and rob you.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you gotta and you as you train the dog, you will be surprised if you stick with it, right? You will be
So people
surprised.
quit.
They quit way before. A lot of it has to do with a lot of trainers. They just want to sell you their dog for $5,000 or $10,000 or more, and they see dollar signs. But I'm not even talking about that. I mean, that's going on a lot. Oh, your dog. They make your dog look like crap, which is easy. I can make look any dog like crap. Okay, and then I said, I'll sell you different, better dog, right? And it's a unethical salesmanship, okay? But I know there's an argument where people will say, "Well, I want the dog who can kick ass from get-go." But remember, and I'm being honest, you can get a dog which doesn't kick ass and takes name from the first session, which eventually end up to be just as good or better than the dog who did. You may have to just use different technique and take maybe a little more time, right? But not that much more time. With some dogs it may take extra time.
If you enjoyed this content so far, please subscribe to our channel. Also, Hans has a podcast channel called Dog Training for Life. Check that out so you can listen to the audio version.
But you know what? If I train commercially for people and they come to me and they want me to train the dog, I'm not gonna tell them, your dog is worthless, and they love their dog. I just hate it, to break people's heart by bullshit statements like that. Okay, so what I want to say, I used to work in Shiloh Shepherds as a dog trainer, and it was in the 80s, so I gained a lot of experience in then. And there was a dog named Mitch.
You still remember the? You still remember the dog?
Yeah, Mitch, man. And Mitch, Tina, she says, "Well, train these dogs here." And I was there for room and board, right? I was so poor, and she'll train these dogs here, and when I sell them, I'll give you 15% of the profit. So that's what I did, right? And we pulled these dogs who were rotting in the kennels, right, and all that, and start working them. And anyway, one of the dogs like that there was Mitch. She was a medium-sized dog, kind of square, long coat, solid black.
Shepherd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, ugly, but lovely.
Ugly but lovely.
Yeah, I loved her. But I couldn't get her to do anything, man. It was just like, and I was in that point where I'm saying, don't do this, right? I was at that point where I was doing it, right? I'm talking out of everything I'm telling you. I'm talking out of my own personal experience, okay? I'm not making this up. I mean, I went through all this stuff, okay, in my training experience. And Mitch just, as a friend of mine says, she wouldn't bite into hot buttered biscuit, okay? She would just stand there and just like that was it, and she just wouldn't do it. She didn't progress. And plus I had a decoy which I had to teach. He didn't know anything.
Okay. So,
it was an uphill battle, right? Some dogs were good there, but Mitch just wasn't it. At least I thought so.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm telling you the story. And then this guy from Rochester, New York, called me. I forgot his name. And he wanted to buy dog for family protection, but didn't want the dog to be really too aggressive because he had children and all that. So he just wanted to mainly have a kind of deterrent kind of dog. And he didn't have much
Can't
money.
hear, coach.
You know, he didn't want to spend much money. Oh, he had money, but he didn't want to spend it on a dog.
You said,
And I saw a good opportunity to get
ready. You hear me?
Yeah, and I can hear you, but we can't hear the dude talking.
What the fuck?
After the commercial came, the ad came on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The fuck? Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me see.
rid of Mitch and get a space in the kennel, right?
Nah.
What?
But we could see the words.
Yeah, but you can't hear him?
Nah.
What kind of shit is that? All right, hold on. Let me try this again. Let me try something. What kind of shit is that? The fuck happened, man? Right when we doing this shit, you had to do that. Hold on. Let me try this. Let me try to remove it and then try it again. All right, you hear me though, right? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Verde in the chat, he said he can't hear you.
What the fuck's going on, man? Chat, can you guys hear me? The fuck's going on, man? I don't like that. You got everything flowing and now you can't hear. What kind of shit is that? He said,
Inquisitive Jin, the Jin said audio was good on his end.
what the hell? He said they can hear. What the
On
fuck?
YouTube.
What the hell? All right, I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna pull it back on. Hold on. Hold on. Stop screen. Okay. Add. Share screen. Yeah. Share. Okay, you guys see it. You see him on the screen now, right?
Yep.
All right, let me see.
So I told him, I
Oh,
have
there you go. There you go.
come and look at her. So he came and he loved.
Can you guys hear it, chat? Can you guys hear it?
I hear him.
Okay, you do hear him though, ready?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for letting me know, ready? Because I could have swore y'all heard everything. My bad. Okay, we good. All right. Action.
Of Mitch, even so she was as ugly she was. I sold Mitch for $450 back then. I was glad she was gone. Everybody was glad she was gone because she was just taking space in the kennel, eating, and she was not, I thought, not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah.
And I went to his house a few times, you know, to make sure everything is working out pretty good. And he had a little lovely house. It was a little subdivision, about 5 or 6 houses. It was kind of in the woods in New York, upstate New York, by Rochester. And I come there, and he waited for me somewhere because it was difficult to find. So we met, and then we come to his house. And he goes to his house, and the house is not locked. And I say, you don't lock your house when you leave and nobody in the house? He said, nah. He says, there's a good neighborhood. Nothing will happen here, he said. And I say, you know what? If I would be a robber, I would go to a good neighborhood, right? Rob things. But anyway, that, you know, he didn't lock his house. He didn't believe in locking his house. And his house was built in such a way that it was built above the garage. Okay, so when you walk into the house, no, the garage was on the ground level, and the house was above that.
Yeah, I know those. Yeah.
And so when you walk into the house, you had a little mudroom there where people kept their boots and shoes and all that, and hang their coats and umbrellas. And then there was first stairs, maybe 10, 15 stairs, and then there was a little landing. And then on 180 degrees up was another 15 stairs to the living quarters of the house.
I know those houses. Yeah.
Yeah. And the dog was loved that space on that first landing, right between those two different sets of stairs. And that was her place. And she kind of could tell who is coming or going. And at night she insisted to stay there. And the owner says, I don't want her to stay here. I want her to stay there. I said, you know what, just let her be, man. She likes it there. What's the harm, right? And plus, I explained to him, she's guarding your door. You understand that? She want to know who is coming and going. And and so I was there maybe 5-6 times to make sure that everything is working out. Everything was working out fine. And then I forgot about Mitch and about the buyer. And like a few months later, I get this excited call from this guy. He says, "You won't believe what Mitch did." I said, "Uh-oh." I thought there's going to be a trouble. She did something stupid. And so I said, "So what happened?" And he says, "Mitch, as she's sleeping on that first landing, somebody broke in my house in middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sleeping, and suddenly I wake up, and this is a quote. Don't hold it against me." He said, "I hear this screaming like somebody's killing an ape." That's what he said. So I'm just reporting what he said. And so he says, "I got up and I run down there, and there's this guy standing in that mudroom as you enter the house because he didn't lock the door. So this guy just walked in. He was a bad guy. He was a robber." And Mitch, she jumped, according to the bad guy, and reconstruction of the scenario. She jumped at him, and he didn't expect it. And when this client of mine came there, Mitch was standing on this guy's shoulders and holding him by the top of the head, biting on top of his head, firm bite. That was dog which I couldn't train protection, right? I thought. Right?
Yeah.
And so and then the bad guy, he yelled, "Get the dog off!" Right? And the guy says, I said, "Why?" While I'm dialing 911, right? And the Mitch was standing on this guy's head, and he was flailing around and couldn't get the dog until the cops showed up.
So you were shocked.
I was shocked. I was pleasantly shocked.
Yeah.
Right? So, but what I'm saying is, you never know what's in that dog genetically until you give them a chance.
So
right?
Okay, so we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna get into the class, man. So I just wanted to let you guys hear. You can hear me ready?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to let you guys hear it from a dog man that I respect based off his experience and what he knows, and him being transparent about what he assumed in the 80s. This is a story he gave us about with a dog in the 80s. Okay, he's going back in time. And this is what happens when you are experienced in the field. You get wise, you get wisdom because of your experience. You can reflect back on when you was a young puppy doing dogs, and you thought that a dog wasn't this and a dog wasn't that, and I couldn't get this dog. Well, you wasn't really, you wasn't really tuned in. You weren't really tuned in those days. You were still a rookie in your craft. Then he gets this testimony of this dog being a protector, which shocked him. Like he said, it was a shock because he couldn't get the dog to do anything. But that dog had it in her all along.
It's in there. Yep.
It was in there. He just wasn't skilled enough at that time, earlier on in his career as a trainer, to bring it out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty much what he's expressing to us, which is going to tie into our class tonight. Okay. Pedigree versus spirit. What really creates elite competition dogs? Okay. Is it the pedigree of the dog? Is it the spirit? Is it the genetics? Is it the individual? Like this is what I want us to talk about. Because again, frames, brains, motors. All of these three different points in a high performance dog, building points, needs to be developed. I don't assume that my dog comes out with a perfectly developed frame built for high performance. Would you assume that, Reddy?
No.
Okay. Because we don't assume that with athletes. Every athlete got to go to the gym, work out.
They got to. Yep.
They have to. I don't care how.
They gotta go through them trials and them drills too.
Period. All of them. And
Yep.
it's never ending. They have to continually do that. Okay, so you might be genetically built for the position as an athlete, but you still got to train.
Yep.
Okay? Same thing with the brain. If you a quarterback, you a whatever, point guard, we're just going to use football. You a quarterback, you got to go to the classroom and you got to study your playbook and you got to study and read defenses. You got to know everybody's position. You got to work that brain, do you not?
You have to.
Linebacker. I mean, come on, y'all. So you have to work the brain. Now, certain quarterbacks that are gifted, they never reach their full potential because maybe their coaching staff didn't know how to develop them in the right way.
Yeah,
So
and
you
they
see
ain't
that,
pushed hard enough.
well, you see that a lot in the NFL, right? A lot of these college kids, because you're playing kids in college. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
different than the NFL. The NFL is the best of the best. So
Yep.
then they go to the NFL, right? Ready? They go to the NFL, and then they're lackluster.
Yep. It's a whole different ball game.
Period. And your coach is supposed to develop you. That's why there's position coaches. Every position has a coach.
Yes.
Okay. Every position has to go to class and study their position and study their opponent. Okay. Frames we went over, brains we went over. Okay. Motors is your ability to do what is subscribed or prescribed for you to do. The drives, your motors, and those drives have to be developed too.
Yep. All of it.
Everything has to be developed. So us knowing this, just because we have the best fucking 2 individual dogs from top tier pedigree of so-called performers, we still start from square one with their offspring. It still start from zero. And each part of that dog has to be developed. Now, let me go ahead and drop this screen here, and then let me share my next screen. And we're going to get into this classroom talk. Now, I know you guys with the short attention span, you guys are probably going to leave, which it is what it is. You know what I mean? This is only for engineers only. But if you guys really want to learn some shit, stay. Participate in the chat. Read along. All the stuff that we do, because this is the highest level of engineering when it comes to high performance working dogs. And I really want you guys to understand this. I want you to comprehend it. That's why we teach in these X's and O's every Thursday night. There's no classroom like ours where we teach this shit where you can comprehend what we're teaching. So you're going to have to stay in class and pay attention. There's a lot to learn. All right. Every Thursday night we doing this type shit. Okay. Once a week. Ain't overload, but you should pay attention. Let me go ahead and share my screen now. You see that ready?
Yep.
Okay. Chat, you guys see that? I'm sure you guys see that. All right, now we'll give the disclaimer. I'm not your English teacher. I'm just a coach. I teach X's and O's, okay? I teach X's and O's. So I'm going to narrate, but please feel free to follow along. You can definitely follow along and read it yourself. My brother Reddy will help me if I mispronounce a word. Okay? Don't hold me to the cross, because that's not what coach is here to do. Okay? But I will narrate the best way I know how, which I do pretty much a good job for the most part. But at the end of the day, this is not English class. We're engineers. Okay? We do dogs, and we're trying to do it at a high level. So please pay attention in class. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. All right. So, number 1, why the spirit is different in every dog, even in elite pedigrees. A pedigree tells you what is possible, not what is guaranteed. Even when every dog on paper is excellent, each individual pup expresses a unique mix of drive, intensity, how hard they want it, okay, nerve strength, how they handle pressure, stress recovery, how fast they rebound, confidence versus conflict, pain tolerance, self-motivation versus handler dependence. This happens because A, genetics recombine, they do not copy. Each puppy is a new roll of the genetic dice. One pup gets more prey, one gets more defense, one gets stronger nerves, one gets weaker stress recovery. You don't get clones, you get variants. Two litter mates can have same parents, same upbringing, same training, and radically different competitive ceilings. B, some traits are polygenic and fragile. Traits like competitive toughness, willingness to push through discomfort, mental resilience, are controlled by many genes, not one. That means they are easily diluted. They express on a spectrum. They can be masked until pressure exposes them. This is why a dog can look great in training and collapse in real competition. You get that ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully you guys get that, chat. Okay, hopefully you guys paying attention to class. Okay, this is why we are who we are. The highest level of engineers when it comes to high performance working dogs, because we really look at everything. We don't just believe in theories, we test them. Okay, we study, we test them, we apply them. Next, number 2, why good dogs in a pedigree do not equal a great competitor. A dog can be well trained, well titled, structurally correct, and still lack the inner engine required for elite competition. Here's the hard truth. Many titled dogs are managed, not driven. Handlers compensate with patterning, avoidance of pressure, predictable setups, timing perfection. That works until it doesn't. Elite competition dogs create pressure. They don't just endure it. Stay clear-headed when things go wrong. Compete for themselves, not just for the handler. The trait does not live on paper. Okay, let me repeat that. The trait does not live on paper, okay? So you guys, breeding off of pedigrees and breeding off of pedigree so-called formulas looks good on paper, but that's not necessarily the outcome, because every dog is an individual and they start at 0. And every puppy is different. Could be different than their parents, could be similar to their parents, but they're not clones, they're not their parents. You understand that, right, Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Let's carry on. Number 3, the development of spirit and mind is non-negotiable. Okay? It's the brain part, you guys and gals in the classroom. Okay? Frames, brains, motors. Frames, brains, motors. Development of the spirit and mind is non-negotiable. Genetics load the gun. Development pulls the trigger or jams it. Oh, I like that. You like that, Ready? I like that one.
Yeah, sounds good.
That was a good one right there. She said, genetics load the gun. However, development pulls the trigger or jams it. See, there's people who don't know how to develop dogs. They jam the dog up.
Yeah.
They jam it because they assume the dog is supposed to be plug and play based off of the genetics. That's why they fucking jam it.
Yeah.
That's why I love my concept when it comes to Formula One racing. Okay? You got the engineer who builds the car. You got the motherfucking engine manufacturer who builds the engine. You got all these different pieces to a puzzle. You got the driver. You got the team principal. All of it plays. I got the best car with the best motor. If I got a shitty ass driver who wasn't trained correctly, then I will never win. Does that make sense, Ready?
Yep.
Same thing with these fucking dogs, y'all.
Same shit.
Same shit. Same thing with a fucking secretariat racehorse. Same shit. Same. Don't get it confused, okay? Pay attention in class. Hey, spirit is either built or broken early. From 8 weeks onward, a dog is learning like a child. Okay. Do I win when I push? Question mark. Is stress something I overcome or avoid? Question mark. Do I think forward or shut down? Question mark. Poor development can flatten a genetically strong dog, create conflict in a brave dog, teach avoidance instead of engagement. Great development can sharpen a good dog into a weapon, teach clarity under pressure, build self-belief. But, and this matters, okay? Pay attention in class. Development can only amplify what exists. It cannot create what isn't there. Now, this right here is important.
That makes sense.
This is important. This is why we test and we try everything in our power. This is why some members on the team get cut. Because you worked and you dealt with that individual individually, and they would never even be on the team if they didn't even qualify to try out. So every dog that you create should be qualified to try out for your team based off of the genetics. Now, every dog is an individual. You can't develop each dog the same way. That's what makes a great trainer. That's what makes a great coach. He deals with his players individually. And no dog is perfect, just like no man on this planet is perfect. And my job is to make you as great as you can be. As you can be. Now, if it's not there, your greatness, then we gonna know. You know what I mean? I done gave you every chance. I tried everything. I'm not gonna blame it on genetics because you come from fucking primo stock. It's just you as an individual, right? Ready? It's the individual.
Yep.
The individual. Okay? Not the pedigree. It's the individual. Let's keep going. Number 4. Does good genetics guarantee Michael Jordan level dogs?
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's why. A, Michael Jordan is not just good genetics. Jordan had elite physical gifts, extreme internal competitiveness, obsessive work ethic, emotional resilience, a refusal to lose that bordered on
Pathology.
pathology. Thank you, Reddy. Okay, a refusal to lose that bordered on pathology. Thousands of athletes had similar physical tools. Very few had that mind. The mind, the brain, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, thank God he had Phil Jackson to help him take his gift and make him legendary. Okay. That's what a good coach do.
I wanted to add something to that.
Go ahead, Reddy.
You know, Michael Jordan had brothers, right? You know, he had a brother named Larry Jordan. Larry was better than Michael. And he could jump higher, he could do all that shit, but he just wasn't tall enough. So he couldn't make it. He didn't make it.
Wow.
He was short, but he was better.
Now, my question to that, right, is that, okay, well, there's a lot of, Spud Webb was short.
Yeah, he just couldn't play. He played the same position as Mike.
Yeah, he would have to go down a point guard or something. You know what I mean? Like to me, okay, so to me, right, when you say that, okay, the mind part, the mental part, right? If I had that dog that my brother had in him, which is Mike got the dog in him, obviously, right?
Yep.
And his brother, who had that talent, jump higher, was better. Where's that dog? That would have never stopped me. I would be dunking. I'll be dunking. You know what I'm saying? Like, ready. I'll be dunking on my little brother, nigga.
Yep.
Because I got that dog in me. Yeah, you might be taller than me, nigga, but I'm better than you. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to work hard. But see, Jordan had that dog in him, which is my
keep
willpower
going.
to be the best and my work ethic is like, you know, like you said, pathology. You know,
Yeah, all the tools.
yes, the mind. Right now, maybe Jordan's brother wasn't around a coach that told him that. Right? Like told him, like, yo, you better than your little brother, nigga. Oh, but I'm not tall enough. No, what? You're like, you know what I'm saying? That's what a good fucking coach is. That's what a good trainer is.
Facts.
He's gonna put that fucking dog in you. If it's not there, I'm gonna put it in you. At the time, let me put it in you. How bad you want it? Okay, dunk over that motherfucker. Like Allen Iverson.
Yep.
He's another one that's a dog. 6 foot over there dunking on niggas, man.
Yep.
So when I hear that, what you just said about Mike's brother, okay, you have all the gifts, but you didn't have the mind. And then not only that, the person that was developing you didn't put the fire in your ass to show you that, you know what, you got to work harder in your mental space. There should be no limitation. I don't care how short you are, tall you are. If you got the ability, then you should be able to excel. But who's pushing you to excel? So that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that because they both come from top tier genetics. Larry was better, but Michael was elite.
Yeah.
When it was all said and done. Okay. So the mind is very important, you guys, especially with these dogs. And I've seen it with my own dogs, how they're in a pack environment and they're shaped mentally by the pack. A dog that might have added a little bit, you know, kind of timid. I gave that illustration when I had my American Bulldog that I bought. That was, you know, my first timid dog I ever owned in my life. Skittish. And I didn't like it. But because I'm still learning dogs, I'm getting different breeds. I have other dogs that I do like. I just kind of blew her off because I didn't like how she was acting, timid towards me and my wife. Gave you that story. But around other dogs, she was a whole different beast. Around the other people who come around, she was a fucking beast. But to me and my wife, to me, she was a fucking timid ass, skittish dog. Okay. But you know what? I didn't put no time into her because I already wrote her off.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote her off. I didn't encourage her. I wrote her off. Oh, she's timid. Fucking, I don't want no timid ass bitch. I hate timid dogs. Skittish. Oh, she's skittish. Oh, fucking, that's a genetic flaw. Oh, fucking throw that bitch away. Come on, y'all. Pay attention to class. B, elite competitors are statistical outliers.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the best kennels, 70 to 80% are good. 15 to 25% are very good. 1 to 5% are truly special. Those dogs want the fight. Stay clear under chaos. Compete harder when challenged. Don't fold when plans collapse. You cannot mass produce that. Okay, those freaks that we talking about.
Right.
Okay? Those freaks. C, selection pressure is often too soft. Modern breeding often selects for trainability, predictability, market appeal, ease of handling. This is the truth. What she says right here is so true. Right? They want them easy to train. They want them predictable. They want market appeal. And they want ease of handling. That's what there's very few trainers, and I'm not even a trainer like that. Like I said, my gifts is making dogs and conditioning dogs. That's my gift. I'm great at that. But training dogs and really, doing that training in that way, that's not my gift. I know how to do it, but that's not my gift. But there's people who are out here presenting themselves as trainers. They should be taking on all dogs if you're a great trainer.
Facts.
And of course, like we say, ready, everybody knows that there's levels to where they're going to be, just like the military. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to be fucking 4-star general when it's said and done.
Nope. It's
Not everybody
levels.
will make it into special forces when it's said and done, but there's a level for you. There's a level for you. You can be trained. There's a position for you. Okay? An elite dog is at the highest level. Most of those elite dogs are going to be the hardest to train. You know why? Because they're going to be fucking fighting your ass.
Hell yeah.
They're independent. They don't need you to tell them what to do. They're going to do what the fuck they want to do. And then if they respect you, then they'll do what you say. If they respect you. But an elite dog is going to be that level. That's what you do when you have, like I said, you are on a military platform. You only want the fucking real dogs. You want them tough motherfuckers that you're going to have to really put them fucking, you got to put the fucking discipline down on them motherfuckers. You got to put the clamp down on them. You got to really harness them. You got to harness those tough guys because those are the ones you want as elite. Once you harness those, then you got top tier soldiers. Same thing with the dogs. We don't want no weak dogs.
Those are dogs. You don't gotta break them down. You just keep building them up.
Well, you have to break down their psyche to submit because those dogs are independent dogs, right? They already have it in them already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Michael Jordan, they already have the tangibles.
Right.
Now you got to coach that gift. You got to hone it. You got to help them perfect it. You know what I'm saying? You got to, add to it, fine tune. You got to fine tune it.
Right.
Okay. That's what a mechanic does on a race car, right? He's got the computers, the engineer, they got the computers on it. They fine tuning it, tweaking it. That's what you do with a fucking elite dog. You tweak it, fine tune it. Okay, but there's a special individual who knows how to do that. Not everybody is of that caliber when it comes to a dog that can think for themselves, who don't need you. They already know what they want to do. If you can motivate them to do something, most people have a lure, right? Whether it be a ball, whether it be this, treats, the dog's like, okay, cool, I'll do it because you got something I want. You're gonna play, we're gonna play a game, let's play a game. Most of those dogs wouldn't even need you to even do that because they already have it in them.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the few and far between, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't expect every dog to already be Michael Jordan. They're not Michael Jordan until they prove themselves to be. And then those are the freaks. You don't get a lot of those. That's why we're doing this class about the spirit. Every spirit is zero, and you got to develop that spirit, but not every spirit will come out to be Michael Jordan at the end.
Right.
And if you don't get Michael Jordan and you get a, you get a Dennis Rodman, or you get, you get a Scottie Pippen or something like that, be happy with Scottie. Scottie had to be developed.
Scottie wasn't that bad, but
And
he wasn't Jordan.
But he wasn't Jordan. No, that's the thanks, Ready. Thank you. Chat, y'all know what we talking about. Y'all know what me Ready talking about. Okay, but Scottie had to be developed. Mike got to be developed. Phil didn't give up on Scottie because Scottie wasn't Michael Jordan. Phil Jackson wasn't expecting to have the whole team Michael Jordans.
Facts.
We know better, gentlemen, in this classroom. We know better. Let's carry on. Okay. She goes, not for ruthless competitive will, stress tolerance, independent problem solving, refusal to quit. Those traits are inconvenient until you need them. All right. Mm-hmm. Number 5, what actually separates the top 1% competition dogs? It's not just genetics. It's not just training. It's the intersection of correct genetic foundation, Early what is that? Ready?
Neurological.
Neurological. Thank you. Neurological. Thank you. Ready? Development, pressure, appropriate exposure, handler clarity, a dog that chooses the fight, the dog that keeps coming forward when timing is off, the handler makes mistakes, the environment is hostile, the reward is delayed. That's spirit. Ooh. Ooh, you guys. That's spirit. Okay? That's game.
Superior game. Yeah.
This is rare. 1%, she said. This is rare. Michael Jordan's, Secretariats, Maydays, AKs, any other superior animal that's part of that 1%. Those are rare. And being that we know that they're rare, then we don't expect it. You have to develop it. And we still develop those 1% at the same damn time. Okay? We still develop them though. But all the other ones, it's going to take some time to make them close to that level, to make them Scotties and all them ready. It's going to take some time to get them to Scotty's level.
Yeah.
And we're okay with that. We're okay with that. All right, so bottom line, no sugarcoating. Pedigrees show potential, not destiny. Spirit and mind are individually expressed, not inherited as a package. Let me repeat that. Spirit and mind are individually expressed, not inherited as a package. So just because AK is AK, his sons are themselves. They're not AK.
Right.
Black Hawk's not AK. Chopper the Man Stopper is not AK. Chopper the Man Stopper is him. Black Hawk is him. Individuals. Okay. They learn on their own time. They got their own mind. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not expecting them to be their daddy. I don't breed for them to be AK.
Nothing's the same.
Go ahead.
Nothing's the same.
Yes. Everything is nothing. We're not breeding clones. Okay. They're not clones. Like you said, Ready. Nothing's the same. Okay. And mentally, every animal has a different environment, a different person who's leading them, okay, which develops their mind and their spirit. Okay, you can have the best dog in deplorable situation and it would never blossom because his mind was fucking contained. His spirit was dampened. So that dog had it in him or in her, but never had the potential to fucking develop. Never was in the right hands to be developed.
Right.
Okay. Development determines whether potential is unlocked or destroyed. Good genetics do not guarantee elite competitors. Michael Jordan level dogs are rare by nature, not by branding. If you want true elite dogs, you must breed honestly, develop ruthlessly, but fairly, test under real pressure. Accept that not every good dog is a great one. If you want next, she did a little breakdown. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Number one, how to identify elite spirit early, before titles, before polish. Elite spirit is not hype, flash, or chaos. It shows up in very specific ways early, often before people know what they're looking at. A, what elite spirit is and is not. Elite spirit is forward under uncertainty, persistent without frantic behavior, curious under pressure, self-rewarding effort, fast recovery after stress. Elite spirit is not wild prey drive alone, screaming, spinning, or frantic motion, handler obsession, early bite intensity with no depth, looks good when everything goes right. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
B, early indicators that actually matter, 6 to 16 weeks. Problem engagement, puts a simple obstacle or frustration in the way. Box, unstable surface, blocked reward. Elite spirit puppy, tries multiple solutions, re-engages after failure, improves effort with repetition, Non-elite but flashy puppy explodes once, quits or redirects, looks for help immediately. Elite dogs don't ask permission to solve problems. All right. Does that make sense, Ready?
Yep.
All right. Number 2, stress recovery speed. Apply mild stress, novel services, sudden noises, brief restraint. Elite spirit resists the stress, processes it, re-engages quickly and cleanly. Weak competitors, freezes, avoids, takes long to come back mentally. Recovery matters more than reaction. Okay, get that?
Yep.
All right. Number 3, independent confidence. Elite puppies move away from the litter confidently. Explore without constant checking in. Don't panic when isolated. This does not mean aloofness. It means internal stability. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Number 4, pushback response. Okay. Gently block or oppose the puppy's goals. Elite spirit pushes harder, changes strategy, shows intent, not anger. Weak spirit vocalizes, avoids, becomes frantic, or shuts down. Pressure clarifies genetics. You get that?
Yep.
All right. C, red flag traits people misread as drive. Excessive vocalization, spinning, handler fixation, frantic biting,
Frenetic.
frenetic biting. Thank you, Ready? Overreaction to stimulation. These dogs often fail later, not sooner. Number 2, selection mistakes that kill top genetics. This is where most programs sabotage themselves. A, breeding for titles instead of traits. Titles reflect handler skills, rule optimization, pattern familiarity. They do not guarantee stress tolerance, independent drive, competitive resilience. You breed what the dog is, not what the handler achieved. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. And that's why I say, for me, I build the car. I build the dog. I'm not the trainer, unless it's mine. Okay. The trainer or the handler brings everything that I build out. Okay. So here we go. B, over selecting for ease. Selecting dogs because they are cooperative, predictable, soft enough to manage. This kills edge, fight, competitive fire. You get nice dogs, not dominant competitors. I like that one.
Yes.
The hard dogs, right? The hard ones. Ones you can't figure out. The ones that might be too much to handle. Okay? The ones that you just can't relate to and they just shut down on you. But as trainers, they want to look good. So they know in the easy dogs that doesn't just cut in the hat, 1, 2, 3 basic, just do the shit. That's what they like. But they don't end up to be the Michael Jordans.
Nah.
And that's why I shout out to the OG that we just watched the video on, right? When he couldn't figure out how he can get this dog to do a certain type of thing, but the dog had it in it, always had it in it. He just didn't know how to relate and bring that shit out. That's what he was just giving us an example of.
Yep.
When he was a rookie early on in his training stages, and he couldn't get the dog to do something, and he thought that dog wasn't nothing. He sold the dog, and he get the call from his client, and like was shocked, like what she did, what she does, what, and how she was always sitting in one spot. Once she knew the family, she always sat at the bottom of the stair. What he said, the top of the stairs near the entrance.
Yep.
Because in her mind, in her dog sense, she was protecting the family. And that's the best place. That's the best position for her to hear things walking past, smell whatever she needed to smell, knew when the family was coming in. That's her spot. And then when something came in that wasn't family, she fucking, did what she was supposed to do. Whereas you would have said to yourself, like he did, this dog ain't shit. Letter C. Let's keep going. Avoiding pressure in selection. Many breeders don't test in chaos, don't test under fatigue, don't test without rewards, don't test when things go wrong. So weakness survive. What you're avoiding testing, you preserve. Okay, so you always got to test. We always say that test your dogs. Okay, test them. D, confusing control with strength. A controlled dog is not always a strong dog. Strong dogs can be taught control, can operate independently. Weak dogs require constant structure, fall apart when structure disappears. Breeding too much control produces glass cannons.
Like that.
That's
true. That's true. You know?
And I always want my dogs to have self-awareness. I always want my dogs to be independent and only follow those they respect. Me, I like that in my dogs.
Facts.
E, line breeding without spirit verification. Line breeding amplifies everything. Strength, weaknesses, nerve flaws, avoidance patterns. If spirit isn't proven repeatedly, line breeding locks in mediocrity. Okay. Number 3, mapping this directly to frames, brains, and motors. Oh, she pays attention. This is where your philosophy actually becomes powerful if you apply it honestly. A, frame, structure, and durability. Elite frame means balanced structure, functional angles, injury resistance, recovery capacity. Selection rule. A dog that breaks down early cannot express elite spirit long term. Okay. You don't breed beauty, you breed load and bearing systems. Well, we know that, but the Dobermans don't know that. A lot of other breeds don't know that because they breed for beauty and shit. Not breeding for functionality. B, brains, nerves, clarity, decision making. This is the most misunderstood category. Elite brains equals clear thinking under pressure, fast processing, emotional neutrality, low conflict. Yeah, neutrality, right? That's what it is. Okay, this is where elite spirit lives. A dog with great drive, weak nerves will always plateau. Selection rule, brains dictate ceiling always.
Facts.
But we got to have a smart dog. We got to have a dog that, even though they might be bullheaded, they're still coachable. But as a trainer, an elite level trainer, you need to find what motivates that dog to be coached by you. That's what elite trainers do. That's what elite coaches do. So please pay attention in class. Those of you guys who want to be dog trainers, elite, you're only going to be the best if you can take the dogs that can't be trained and train them. That's when you're the best. The dogs that everybody, I couldn't do it, and you did it, that's when you're the best. Okay? You doing the easy shit, you ain't the best. That's easy. That's easy shit. Okay, so C, motors, drive, energy, persistence. Elite motors are sustainable, directional, self-reinforcing, pressure resistance. Not just fast, not just intense. Motors that burn too hot, burn out. That's a fact too.
Yep.
I've dealt with dogs that don't have an on and off switch. They burn out. Literally.
Fast.
Literally burn out. Okay. To the point of all dogs go to heaven. Okay. So that's a fact right there. D, the intersection where champions come from. True elite dogs sit in the overlap. Frame supports pressure. Brain stays clear. Motors keep pushing. Remove one and the system collapses. Ooh, she's so smart. You remove one and you ain't got a champion dog.
Yeah.
You don't have no elite performer if you don't got all three of those locked in. Frames, brains, motors. Frames, brains, motors. Now, how that dog look? Did she ever say anything about how that dog looks, Ready?
Nope.
How pretty that damn dog looks? How it
Nope.
trots around the fucking show ring?
Nope.
How it stacks up? None. She didn't
None
say
of that.
none of that. You think Mr. Doberman was worried about how that dog pranced around the ring?
Hell no.
How them ears was cropped and standing up?
None of that.
None of that. No, he wasn't worried about none of that. That dog had to perform frames, brains, and motors. That dog had that frames, brains, motors. Frames, brains, motors. This is competition dogs. These are working dogs. Okay, the whole mindset needs to be revamped in 2026. We here to do that. All right, here we go. This is why some strong dogs fail mentally. Some smart dogs lack fire. Some driven dogs break down physically. E, how to breed toward this real world rules. Never excuse weak spirit. Never breed untested nerves. Never rely on titles alone. Test young, test honestly. Cull emotionally, not ego driven. Keep records on failures, not just winners. Elite programs are defined more by what they exclude than what they advertise. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Final truth, straight talk. Elite spirit is rare. We know that. It shows early sometimes. It cannot be trained into existence. That's true. It can be destroyed easily. That's a fact. Most programs breed around it, not for it.
Right.
Okay? That makes sense. Now, your frames, brains, motors concept is dead on, but only if brains lead selection, motors are sustainable, frames are functional, not cosmetic.
Facts.
Frames are functional, not cosmetic. All you engineers, please pay attention in class. They're not teaching you what we teaching you over here. They're not teaching you this shit because they don't qualify for that shit. They're not in our lane. But we know it. And you know it now tonight. If you didn't know it, you know it now tonight. Okay, so that's it. That's it for the class, man. What you think of that, Ready?
That was nice. That was dope.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this. This is something that I've been mentioning for a while, man. Like I've been mentioning this shit for a while about the brain and about the mental of an animal and how that's not really talked about, and how people just throw dogs in the trash that were really top tier level type dogs, but you never developed it, and you just depended on genetics, and
Right.
you just thought that the genetics was going to give you that. And remember on that, I put that on a little clip that I did on the IG and Facebook about the horse trainer talking about how rare horse, like he ain't never had a horse pass on the mental, but Galileo did that in a couple of his kids, offspring, and that trainer was saying that shit never happens.
Right.
And how that was rare, that it's the first time he ever seen it. And this is a top tier horse trainer. He's the best, one of the best legends. And he said he ain't never seen it until Galileo, that they pass on the mental strength. The mental of the daddy was passed on. But just because he saw that one time, do you think he's going to depend on it, Ready?
Nah.
Come on, Ray. We know that. We know that. But see, you got to read in between the lines when you study, y'all. When you are really trying to learn, you need to read in between the lines. You need to understand, why is this trainer the top of the spear of trainers of fucking thoroughbred horses? They pay him fucking millions of dollars to do it. He's a legend.
Yeah.
And he's saying to people who fucking listen, like me, that don't you expect to pass on that mental strength that you see in that individual. Just because you breed it don't mean that spirit is going to be in the offspring. Don't you think genetics is going to create that spirit? Every fucking animal, every person, every being, everything with that spirit is an individual. It's not passed on through genetics. And if you do get that rare instance where it's like, damn it, man, when I trained your daddy, your mental toughness reminds me of your father. That's what he was saying at the end of the day. He wasn't saying that they was clones. He said it's rare that you see that mental toughness in the father pass on and you see it in his offspring. He said it's rare, it doesn't happen. So we here need to understand that we don't throw fucking dogs in the trash because as puppies, they're not showing us something that we expect because maybe their daddy showed you that when they was a puppy or their mama showed you that when she was a puppy. And you expect that these dogs are supposed to be plug and play as pups.
It's the same.
Or a dog is a slow learner and your toolbox as a trainer, you ain't got it in you as a trainer. So then you write the dog off as trash. Well, don't just say that. And now if you're a trainer, say, you know what, I couldn't bring out that dog. The dog has the potential genetically, but
you ain't have the skills to bring it out. That's all.
Yeah. You didn't have the skills. Right? And be okay with that. Take your pride, put it aside. Because like I said, please, y'all, look at professional sports. You could be a great coach, but if you ain't winning, guess what? They're going to fire you.
Yep.
You're going to get fired because the team needs to win. Maybe your style didn't work for our team. So yes, you were a great coach. That's why we hired you, but you couldn't bring the champion out of this team. So we're going to fire you. Then you get hired by another team. Same thing as dogmen individuals who have these type of dogs, who have the ability to train dogs, who have a gift to train dogs. You should be always working on your craft, and you should be taking the hardest dogs to train. You should be working with the hardest dogs to train. If the dog is dumb, then the dog is dumb. I've had dumb dogs before.
Me too.
So some dogs just don't have the capacity. It's okay. But at least you tried everything in your power to bring it out. And you say to yourself, okay, I didn't bring it out. You know, you tell the client, hey, I wasn't able to do it, sir, ma'am. Please, before you throw the dog out, it's not all lost. Go, take it to two more trainers. It's like getting second, third advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting, you got cancer or something like that. You got one doctor tell you one thing. They tell you, man, get three more advice.
Yeah.
Somebody else might have another solution. That's what you tell your clients. When you failed because you just went through your toolbox and you couldn't bring it out. Even though in your heart of hearts, you're like, man, this dog just really ain't got it. So put your pride aside when you're a professional. Okay? Put your pride aside when you're a professional and say, you know what? I just couldn't do it. I tried everything, but sir, ma'am, please go before you wash this dog out, get two more opinions and, see if they can do it because, that's how it works.
Yep.
Like this shit is real, y'all. And there's levels to everything that we do. Not everybody's going to be Bill Belichick. Not everybody's going to be Phil Jackson. And all these, and whoever else were great coaches. Greatness is earned. You got to earn your stripes to be great. And then when you are developing people, animals, you have to be versatile. You got to be fluid. You can't just be one way. Ready? You heard me. My coaching style is a hybrid coaching style. I'm not just one way, ready? You know that.
Right.
I got to be fluid. I got to deal with everybody individually. So it makes me a great coach. Same thing with my dogs. I don't deal with my dogs the same way. Every dog got a different personality. I deal with them accordingly. Like I said, there's no way that I'm manhandling AK. I deal with him lightly. Where other dogs piss me off, I manhandle them. But I know I'm not manhandling AK.
Yeah.
But I know him individually. I know the other dog individually. I develop them individually. Okay? I develop the spirit of that animal. And we as dogman engineer, when it comes to the brain, the mind, and the spirit, which are two in the same damn near, even though they're different, two in the same damn near, okay? You need to take your time, learn your dog. The best way to learn your animal, especially when you get them when they're young, is just fucking love on them.
Yeah.
Build a bond with them. Take them out, socialize them. You got a killer, you need to socialize that killer. You ain't need to turn on the kill switch as a puppy. Turn that killer into a lover first. Because if it's a killer, it's going to love to kill. That's easy. It's already a killer. You don't need to develop that. It's in it. It's in the dog. Only thing with a killer is you got to develop the on-off switch. That's the key to having a killer dog. Does the dog know when to turn it on or off? Can you develop that switch? On, off? Can you develop that? That is what you got to pay attention to. But at the same time, do people do that ready? People don't really do that ready. They expect these dogs to be out the womb doing fucking rah shit. Out the womb. So we know better, fellas, ladies. We know better. Anything you want to add, Reddy? Anything that you can think of, that you want to add to, let's say, the topic, the pedigree versus spirit. Anything that you can add to the spirit play, pedigree, anything you want to elaborate on?
Definitely got to be in them. And there are certain individuals of all breeds that got it in them, and they got the spirit to do the tasks that are needed by that breed. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
There's only a few individuals also that could bring that out the dog.
Right, that can actually bring it out. You're right. There's only a few that can take a dog with, let's say, they're not showing you it.
That's like almost like what you were saying back. You said this a few months back about the guy that got one of your dogs, one of your pups.
Yes.
And he was trying to turn it on early and all that craziness.
Yep.
But it wasn't showing him the level that he was thinking he was going to be getting, even though it's already in the dog and you told him the instructions and all that. And then he ended up giving it to a family, and that dog ended up turning on for them.
I'm sure it turned on for them.
Yeah.
I guarantee it turned on for them. But he took it to a trainer who wasn't a fucking skilled trainer at all.
Yeah.
And he told him, "Oh, this dog ain't got it as a puppy. The dog's fucking a puppy. The fuck out of here. How's a puppy got anything?"
Exactly.
Like shit. That shit blew my mind. But hey, that's to each their own. I'm not here to hold your hand. If you can't follow instructions, it is what it is. But yeah, like that's a perfect example, because when that dog was with me, that dog was on a whole nother level.
Hell yeah.
But that dog trusted me and trusted my wife and trusted that fucking environment that he was in, and he was comfortable. Then he moved to the new owner, and then you know you got to build that bond with that dog.
Facts.
But if you're impatient, hey, it is, you know, it is what it is. That's why I say when you got kids, right? And you know how kids do, you know, kids ain't got no expectation for their dogs. All they want to do is play with the dog, right? So when you have kids and stuff, kids are the best trainers for dogs because they really bring it out of them dogs.
Yeah.
Because they show the dogs that they really care about them and they spend time with them. And there's a bond that gets created. There's a bond that gets created with your children and the dogs.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, we have work going on, you know, you might not spend too much time with the dog. It might leave the dog out in the backyard. You know, you feed them. That's about it. You know what I mean? There's no real true bond with your dog.
The dog kind of, it still respects you, but it's a level to the respect. Like it respects the kids more, but it respects you because you still feeding it and all
There
of
you
that.
go. You said it, ready, because you feed
Same.
the dog. The dog ain't dumb. The dog want to get fed. So, oh, you gonna feed me, daddy? Okay, cool. But there's no real bond with that animal like your kids, because your kids are interacting with the dog. Your kids are playing with the dog. You know, they're showing a dog what a pack shows a dog.
Facts.
Because the pack is with each other at all times. They're hunting with each other. They're around each other. They're rustling with each other. Like, look how your puppies interact with each other. And, you know, when you got puppies, they're always interacting. They're sleeping with each other. They're fighting. They're eating. They're doing. That's a bond that's being created.
Yeah.
And that's something that you as the head of your pack needs to do. And it's very important to do in the beginning stages of that dog's mental development, because at the same time, you're shaping that dog as well. And if you want that dog to do things that are going to require some pressure, the dog will do it if it trusts you.
Yeah.
Of course, if a dog is a thinking dog, and we all want the dogs to be a thinker, if a dog is hesitant at first, it's okay. The dog is thinking about it. Like if I've never brought my dog to a street and it's been on my property all its life, now I bring it around people, cars, truck, and it acting kind of timid, I'm not going to be like, oh, my dog's a piece of shit because it's acting kind of timid. Might pee itself because now cars is running and he ain't never heard no car, never seen it. I'm not going to think that of my dog. I know better. I know why you are probably reacting that way. I don't like it, but I know why. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep bringing you around until you understand that you're okay.
Yeah.
You're all right. That's a car. That's a different person. That's a different smell.
You gotta break that dog in. You gotta
That's
break him in.
concrete.
Just like them race cars. They're not gonna show you what they are until you break it in. Break the engine in.
Yep. And guess what? You're not going to get the best out of that race car unless you got the right driver driving it.
That's another fact too. Yep.
You're not going to be able to tune that race car at its best unless you have the right mechanics that know how to tune it.
Facts.
Then you're not going to win no championship unless you got the greatest team principal that puts everything together and make it work.
Yep, the coach.
So it all plays, ladies and gentlemen, and we know this. That's why we don't think in a box, ready? That's why we don't think in a box, chat. So we think outside the box, because everything plays. And you trying to be the elite of the elite, we test everything. We're going to put the work in on every individual dog. We putting the work in. We don't assume shit because we got great genetics. because the pedigree looked great on paper. We don't assume a damn thing. We don't assume shit.
Not at all.
So I'm glad we did this topic tonight. This is something that's always been on my mind to do. Shout out to Coach Chat GPT. Shout out to the gentleman. These guys got these damn names and shit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the gentleman, the OG. I respect being able to be, a participant, not even really a participant, but just somebody in his classroom that watches content. All these guys, and I'm always looking ready. I'm always looking for dog content that has the classroom level to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's few. That's few.
Yeah.
That you have people teaching. Because that's people don't want to be in class. That's boring.
Right.
But at the same time, I want to learn. Okay, what is it? Alpine K9? Okay, Students for Life. Yeah, he OG. Yeah, exactly, OG. I love learning from people like him who are willing to tell us their mistakes. Hans is another one. I love it. You guys should do the same. Okay? People teaching you something, telling you stuff, got experience. Pay attention to them. Pay attention to them. Listen to that content. I know it's boring to some of you guys because y'all want to be triggered. Y'all want y'all endorphins and shit like that. Nerds and engineers, they don't do that. They really are intrigued and fascinated by learning. If they're not getting the information, they get bored in class. Like, oh, this is boring. That's how you guys need to be thinking when it comes to making these damn dogs. If you're not finding a way to make your dogs better, you ain't learning something that you didn't know, then that shit should be boring to you. Like, for you to advance your program, it's not about entertainment. It's not about entertainment. And ready, that's why I had to say what I had to say, in my debriefing about man, it's like I can't get my F1s out, right? Ready? I can't do it.
Nah. I
can't. I don't care how much money I got waiting on me. It's just like, nah, they gotta be to the team only. And I got to put that team together. I still haven't done that. So I got to put that team together to know, okay, this is where it's going. And we're all on the same mission to fucking build these dogs up and promote them.
I hear you.
So, damn, ready. Damn it, man. We gonna kill this one, ready.
Yeah, we beat it up. Damn, we lost Caveman and Verde.
I know. But K-Man hit me in the back chat. He was like, I'm gonna be listening in the chat and stuff. He said he fell off or whatever, but he said he was gonna be listening.
Oh, okay. They killing it in the chat though.
I know. I see him. I see y'all in the chat, man. And I appreciate y'all participating and just being smart, man. Hey, we got a lot of young dog men that fuck with us, man. And you know what? You guys, you know what I mean? You guys, y'all the wave, man.
Yeah, word. Y'all the future, man.
Yep, y'all the future. So for you guys to be in this type of class, and this is the highest level, and for you guys to be paying attention and really be interested, man. I mean, shit, I was 8 years old when I caught the spirit, man. So, I mean, age is just a number. That's what Aaliyah said.
No, that's a fact.
But for you guys to be in this type of class where it's not entertainment, but it's a high level of learning and you guys being intrigued by it and you guys actually participating and you guys got knowledge like that, it doesn't surprise me that you guys have that, but I'm just very grateful that we have a lot of the youngsters, you know what I mean, that's really intrigued by this type of conversation, this type of classroom, this type of dogmanship, you know what I mean? And like I said, if you guys really take it serious, you get your spot, get your money right, whatever you guys got going on, the shit you guys know now, when you're able Okay. When you're able to do these dogs the way you want to, you guys will already know how to do it.
Exactly.
And another thing too, ready? For me to keep pushing my level, like my formulas can't be like I'm making a breed formula, because that shit right there. Because if we like think about how we reverse engineered a lot of dogs, and we went back to the essence of those dogs. Those were all built based off of what they needed to add to make them work.
Yeah.
Was no breed standard, none of that shit that we see today. Wasn't nobody telling you how to put your shit together. Them dogs was working for a purpose, and whatever they needed, they added a breed, or they had certain type of terriers from the different regions that they bred together and shit like that. Which we know, like we learned about the terriers and stuff like that. They were it was just the land. It was like what they were just pretty much just land dogs or whatever, like digging dogs.
Yeah.
What do they call them dogs that's dig? What do they call them dogs?
Earth dogs.
Earth dogs. Different earth dogs that they mixed in to do what they do depending on the region that they were in. Dogs were built for performance only. So even with my philosophy and what I'm doing now with my program, I'm not here to make no fucking breeds, because I'm going to I'll fuck my performance up trying to make a breed.
Hell yeah.
I ain't fucking up my performance for nobody. Okay, like we said, Mr. Doberman is not satisfied with the Doberman today. That's not how he cooked. He didn't cook those Dobermans up the way he did back in the day like they do now.
Nope.
So why would I? Why would I? So, shout out to the formula, because my formula has nothing to do with a breed. My formula has everything to do with performance at the highest level. Hey, next week, ready? We're going to do a show on genetic bottlenecking. How about that one?
Oh, that sounds dope.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one right there. Ain't nobody did no show about that one.
Nope.
Just like they ain't did no show versus Pedigree versus Spirit. They ain't did no show about that one. So, you know what I mean? Or this one. So we're going to do that one next week. Genetic bottlenecking. We're going to do that next week.
Fire.
That's going to be great. So again, y'all, I thank you for showing up on Thursday nights. I know, we put in a lot of time, but I mean, shit, it's a lot to learn. And, shout out to Miss ChatGPT.
Shout out to her.
You do her thing, man. The algorithm, man. She learned. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't already got AI, if you got a reason to use it, make sure you get the paid version and use that motherfucker. Especially if you like to study, okay? Because I'm very grateful to AI, because everything that I am putting that bitch, she thinks too. She's the algorithm. So she already know what it is. She know about my frames, brains, and motors. You see how she put that up in there? Ready?
Yep.
The bitch knows. She know what it is. She's fucking
down. She's down.
Yeah, she know what it is. So I'm grateful that we have her as a tool here in this classroom. And man, I mean, no classroom like it, man. So please, if you guys already haven't, man, go back in time, man. Go back in time and watch the different lives and stuff. Like I said, all you gotta do is put your headphones on. You got a trip driving. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I do is listen to dog content.
Me too.
All day. Yeah, ready? I know you do that, ready. I know you do. Yep. That's all I do. Dog content. That's all I do. This is my passion, is dogs. Like, I love it. I love it. Like, I do it every day, but this is my passion. I live it. And I want to learn. I have to learn. If I want to be at the best and be the best, I have to learn. I don't know enough. I need to know more. Teach me more. But there's very few that's going to teach you the truth. A lot of these people teach theories. I don't want to fucking hear theory. I can read about that. Right, ready? We can read about theories all day.
Yeah.
I want to learn from those who got experience. And those that tell me through their experience that you need to think outside the box. Don't tell me that I need to think in a box, because then I'm not going to listen to you. We will never progress in the box.
Nope.
Ready? We will never win a championship if all the years before we ain't never won one. And we thinking like that. We thinking like the years before when we are mediocre and we ain't won a championship.
That's a fact.
We
That's
made
almost, that's like my team right now. We was losers for mad years, the Knicks. Now we killing shit right now. We got a good coach. We had to fire our last coach. All he could do was get us to the first round. That's about it.
There you
But
go. But like you said, you had to fire your coach and bring a coach that can do it. That is the key. That's who we are, engineers. We're the ones that say, you know what, you hired me because you wanted to win. Ready? I know you smart. I know you study. I know all that shit. This is the project. We need to make better dogs. Let's make them.
facts.
I don't want to hear, oh man, fuck, oh, I can't do that. Oh, fuck, oh, the breed's gonna get fucked up. Oh, the fucking genotype gonna get fucked up. Oh, the phenotype gonna get fucked up. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, I don't want to hear none of that dumbass shit. I want to hear, you know what, coach, give me some time. I can make it happen. You know what I mean? I got the tools. I got the know-how. I'll make it happen. That's what I want to hear. So I digress. But yeah, we killed it. Ready? Anything else you want to add before we close out?
Nah, we killed this, man.
Okay. I think we killed it too, man. I think we killed it too. So big salute to all the chat. Big salute to every one of you all this Thursday night. An epic classroom in the books again. If y'all missed the Doberman one, go watch that Doberman one, man. If you missed the thoroughbred horse racing compared to thoroughbred horse breeding compared to competition dog breeding, go watch that. I mean, there's so many, man, we did so many great ones, Ready? We got so many. We did the master class on line breeding. Man, we got so many, man. We did the levels of hybrid. Go watch the levels of hybrid vigor, man. We done did so many of these damn top
We
tier
broke
classes.
down the pit bull.
Oh, we done recreated the pit
Oh,
bull, all
yeah.
the shit, man. We did the Kangal,
The Malinois and the Dutch.
Dutch. We did the Terriers. Man, come on,
We
man.
did the Hounds.
We did the Hounds. Come on, stop playing with us, man. Come on, y'all. So, man, enjoy the classrooms, man. A lot of good information on there, man. Food for thought, man. Stuff that you can apply. But, man, we out of here, man. Ready? We're going to drop this mic. Big salute to y'all in the chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all, my brothers. I love y'all. Please go to support the coach, okay? Support the coach by buying my top tier merch, my Formula One Canines gear. The website is www.formula1caninesgear.printful.me. www.formula1caninesgear.printful.me. Okay. And Cooper, I'll make sure your mother gets that information. Okay, Coop. All right, man. We out. I'm ready. We out of here, man.
Salute, y'all. Till next week.
Till next week, we out. Peace.
Peace.